What's up, my friends? Happy Friday. Welcome to this week's episode of the Greenlight Weekend Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Brian Nystrom. And before we get into it, let's talk about our sponsors. We used to only have one sponsor, Dead Room Comedy, a loyal sponsor that we will stand behind forever. They stand behind us. I got their motherfucking back. You got beef with Dead Room, you got beef with me, boy. If you don't know what Dead Room Comedy is, they're a comedy group and production company based in Denver, Colorado. It is four very funny stand-up comedians. They teamed up so they can put on their own comedy shows wherever they go. Dead Room Productions, if you will. And yeah, they're a really cool company. I love them. I hope to see them soon. They're good friends of mine. And thank you, Dead Room, for sponsoring this podcast. If you want to know anything about Dead Room Comedy, check out one of their social media pages at Dead Room Comedy. You can check out their website, deadroomcomedy.com, or their YouTube channel, which is also Dead Room Comedy. If you're too lazy to type that shit in, just go below this episode, baby. There's a link every week. Every week there's a link straight to Dead Room Comedy, and you get everything. That link shows you their live shows coming up, you know, whatever they're doing on YouTube, whatever the fuck they got going on, tour dates, all that jazz. So check it out. Support Dead Room Comedy because they support us. Okay, we got another sponsor. Our newest sponsor is Old Timers Cafe. Old Timers Cafe is awesome, all right? I love the owner. Mark takes great care of us, all right? He lets us do comedy on his patio now twice a week, all right? And yeah, he sponsors the podcast. If you've never been to Old Timers, it is located in the heart of beautiful downtown Durango on 10th and Main, I believe, is Old Timers. And yeah, good food, good beer, good people. Jadrian works there. Go give him some money if you're in. And yeah, Old Timers Cafe. I love them. Alrighty, let's get into this week's episode. As you know, it is June, the month of Pride, and to commemorate Pride Month, I like to, you know, try to educate the people. Like last week, we had Jake Riggs and Ryan Garcia on, two drag queens. I feel like they dropped some motherfucking knowledge on your asses, and I had a good time. I made new friends. I love that. I don't actually do the booking anymore. Jadrian handles that, but just coincidentally, he happened to book another member of the LGBTQ community. He brought Andy fucking Mathews, all right? And it's not just because Andy Mathews is bisexual or whatever he wants to call himself. I don't give a shit. It's not just because he's a funny comic. It's not just because he's my friend. But we also brought Andy on because he's starting a brand new weekly show right here in Durango. Where's it gonna be, Brian? It's gonna be a fucking Old Timers, obviously. Ever been to a Sunday comedy show? No? Well, get off your ass, bitch, because we got one right here in Durango. I've been to Sunday comedy shows. I did comedy at a Vietnamese restaurant in Phoenix on a Sunday at noon. It was awful. But it's okay. But yeah, Andy's doing a show at Old Timers every Sunday. His first one is on Father's Day. It is titled Daddy Issues. Wink, wink. Yeah, there's like a theme. If you want to do dad jokes or like jokes about your dad or whatever, you know, you can do that. Or you can just do comedy, baby. I believe it's an open mic. Come sign up, have fun with us this Sunday in 2 days at 6. Also, shout out to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day. I actually just called my dad because I remembered it was going to be Father's Day and had to make arrangements. Am I going to miss Andy's mic? I fucking hope not, but it's possible because it's Father's Day. It's once a year. Got to spend time with your dad. Alrighty, what else do we have to promote? Every Monday, Jadrian hosts a show at the Starlight. It is an open mic at 8 p.m. It's a good time. It's been fun. We're out on the patio now. You can smoke cigarettes or whatever else you want if you're relatively sneaky about it. Every Tuesday at 11th Street Station, we do an open mic at 9 p.m. Your boy hosts. Best set of the night gets $20, and this last week was a fucking banger. We had a comic named Lee Cummings from Phoenix. She fucking crushed. She won the $20 prize. She was amazing. And sometimes we do some other stuff, like best crazy party story wins a coffee mug or a hat or whatever. You get it. There's prizes. Every Thursday, Jadrian does a show at Old Timers, sponsor of the show, 9 p.m. Yeah. Every Thursday at Old Timers, 9 p.m., Jadrian hosts a very fun show. It's got a theme, but we haven't figured it out yet. So just go. It'll be fun. Crowd interacts with us. We yell at them. It's a very friendly but interactive environment. Sundays, Old Timers, Andy Mathews. You guys know that. And the second Thursday of every month, Taylor Lennox holds a show at Outdoorsy/Esoterra. It is a banger. It's basically a showcase crowd. Amazing. People crush. It's like the old days with Laugh Therapy. In a different place, obviously, but she's doing fucking great. I have one more announcement, ladies and gentlemen. The Four Corners Comedy Festival is coming up at the end of September, early October, and submissions are due by July 10th. July 10th. You got to submit if you want to be a part of this. We've had over 100 submissions. It's fucking crazy. And when I say we, I just mean that Jill tells me about it all the time. Four Corners Comedy Festival. Submissions are due by July 10th. I believe it's a $30 submission fee. And if you use the promo code DEADROOM right now, you get $10 off, bitch. Remember I was saying how Dead Room's fucking awesome? Well, yeah, now they're helping with the comedy festival. I love it. Alrighty. I'm going to stop babbling. We have Andy Mathews here. Jadrian's here. We talked about drag. We talked about Pride Month. Apparently I said Happy Pride Month too many times. I'm sorry. I'm celebrating. You know what I mean? But Andy said I said it too much, so my bad if I did that. You know when you have good days and bad days? That day was kind of an off fucking day, but we made it happen. That's the point. I don't care how hard your day is. You can fucking do this. You got it? You can do this. And you know what'll make it easier? Listen to this goddamn episode while you're getting shit done, boy. So thanks for listening. Big shout out to Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for the intro, outro music. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 188 with my boy, Andy fucking Mathews.
It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long day. It's a long day.
It's Pride Month.
I hit it fucking early, and I feel real bad.
Well,
we caught the tail.
I'm going to make sure to put
feel
that
like
in the video.
I feel like shit because I hit it so early.
You should.
Can
Yeah.
we start it again? There's 1, 2, 3.
I mean,
Can you edit that out?
no.
Fuck.
No, I don't edit anything out. Unless you incriminate yourself or others by name. That's all I edit
Oh,
out
there we
because
go.
it is a giant pain in the ass and I'm not good at it.
Yeah. Plus, we need more guests. Speaking of guests, welcome back, Andy Mathews.
Hi.
We don't need more guests. It's Pride Month, bitch. We got Andy Mathews
All
at the
we
fucking
need
house.
is Andy
We have the
Mathews.
token gay.
Yeah, we had Andy on twice in Pride Month.
I thought it was
You
May.
needed this.
Oh, was it the end of May the last time we had you on?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
I
end of
think
May.
so.
You
Yeah.
You weren't even here,
Started
bitch.
June
What
or
do you know?
something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck
what?
him, Andy. I love you. All right.
I love me too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. For real?
Good.
Like
Mhm.
deep down?
Oh, yeah.
Good for you,
I
man.
feel like I'm doing good stuff right now.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to finish my
All
drawing.
right, I'll let you finish it.
I drew this
Uh,
every single
Yeah, we're not
day.
doing anything. Go ahead.
No, hold on.
So-
I drew this every
so-
It's my good luck charm.
So do you remember? Do you remember when I dressed up in drag for stand up, right before lockdown happened?
Was it Rabbit Hole?
Yeah. No, it was at the balcony. I did get dressed.
Oh,
up in
yeah,
Rabbit
yeah,
Hole,
yeah.
But it was at the balcony.
Balcony was
that.
perfect for that. All
No.
lesbians, they fucking hated me.
Yeah, they
I've
sure did.
never met
Wait.
They
You
sure
said
did
lesbians
hate it.
loved you the last time I was on.
the
Well, this-
masculine lesbians
This
like
was
me.
3 years ago as well.
Mhm. I was also bad at comedy.
Yeah, we're different comics
Okay.
then.
So what's changed?
Almost nothing. Almost nothing. The only thing that's changed is, well, I still can't grow facial hair.
The hat.
Yeah,
That's
I got a
the
new
only
hat.
thing
Yeah,
that's changed.
yeah. this
That's
is-
why the lesbians love you.
Oh, yeah.
It matches
They're
my
like,
belt
There's a
too.
direct correlation.
does it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
It matches your belt?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, I want to see that.
Damn.
Incredible.
fuck yeah.
I just wanted you
That's
to
a
lift your
wild
shirt up.
ass happy trail you got going on, son. Did you see how fucking wide that shit was?
Oh,
God
believe
damn.
me, I did.
Yeah, everything that doesn't go to here goes straight to the dick. I've told jokes about it. People don't believe me.
Dude, you got an avatar arrow coming out of your fucking crotch.
Yeah. That's the direction my dick points. It's fucking crazy.
Anyways, so I dressed up for drag then, and dude, I used the name Ladrian Jong because
Asian.
well, One I look.
Does that
Asian.
not sound Asian?
Two.
No. I think
Ladrian
it
Jong?
sounds
What other
way
fucking
more
method?
like, No, it sounds way more like a stripper name.
An Asian stripper?
Yeah, that sounds like an
I
Asian.
don't.
Sounds like
no,
a Filipino
see, I'm not getting
stripper.
that. I don't like that.
How many strip clubs have you been to?
0.
Then shut the fuck up, Andy.
I've also been to 0 strip clubs.
Yes.
Anyways, I thought it was a lazy name. I do like it because Ladrian, like Lady Jadrian.
It's clever-ish.
Exactly. It's
Ish. Yeah.
Anyways, I need help coming up with a new name and a gimmick because I want to try it again.
Real quick, have you done drag?
Have I? No.
Why?
I haven't. I would
Have you
love
had
to
a
do that.
desire to?
I've never had a desire to. It's something that I wouldn't fight.
But you just said I would love to do drag.
I would love to do drag.
I would
just
say
haven't-
that implies somewhat of a desire.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
I mean, I wouldn't say desire to do it. Desire seems like too
So
strong
like
of a word.
if somebody asked you like
Have you ever
like
thought
on a
about it?
podcast,
Well,
like,
okay, yes, I've
Okay.
thought about doing drag, but I am not good with makeup. I am good at kind of
Bro.
styling myself, but I'm not good with.
I know the baddest bitches in the game. We had them
Yeah,
on last week.
So do you. You know so many people that can do great makeup.
I don't know
Can Aria Petty one?
I don't know Jake that well.
I do.
Aria.
No. Well, yeah.
I'll hook you the fuck up, bro.
Hook me. Wow, incredible! It's like Queer Eye, but with a straight man and a drag queen.
Dude, that's
we
a show.
should do that show.
I don't know if you can do that show. It only goes one way.
No,
methinks.
we would just have
There
to call
would
it
be too
something
many
else.
conflicting sexualities.
We would have to call it
going
bi
on.
eye.
What's conflicting sexuality?
It would be like so
It's
a
not
straight
a
man
date.
and a
It's a
and
goddamn show.
I don't
That's
even
a
know. A straight man and a drag queen.
I mean, we're just trying to drag you up.
No, it's like Pimp My Ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Except
you're
it's
my ride.
Except
There
it's
you go.
pimp my gay friend.
Ooh. Brian, say that again, but slower.
I can't.
Okay.
My girlfriend's. She has a migraine. I don't want to stress her out. Pimp My Gay Friend's also a fun name. I feel like
Pimp My
that's
Gay
happened
Friend,
a lot of times.
Pimp My Gay friend sounds like you're contributing to
sounds like
something that
sex
they would
work.
do like a Dateline episode about.
It straight up sounds like you are pimping your gay friends. Well, like, you want to fuck Andy?
I feel like pimps
To be
usually.
completely honest, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea. Nobody wants to fuck me.
All right, next time I see you standing next to somebody, I'll just walk up in a crowd and be like,
This is
hey,
my
you want to
friend.
fuck
Do you
Andy?
wanna have sex with him?
$100.
I'll give you $100 to fuck Andy.
Do you want to have consensual,
100
attentive
bucks.
sex?
Actually, yeah, I do have $100 right now. I'll give you $100 to fuck Andy.
My girlfriend's in the other fucking room, Jason.
I'll give her.
I don't want Kelly to
I'll
hate
give you
me.
50 and I'll give her 50 to watch.
Then it's like a reverse cuckold situation, which kind of makes it hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I don't really want to stay. You guys can have fun, but I'll pay for that.
Don't you want to get your money's worth?
It's like a birthday gift
For Pride Month or whose birthday?
for Andy.
I'm not exactly sure where we've landed.
me neither, dude.
I'm
The
the
line.
engine of a. So picture a
Good.
boat. This
Okay.
podcast is a boat. I'm the engine. I just let Jadrian steer wherever he wants.
Okay,
And I
that's
just.
fair.
And I've already gone through the two things that I have written down. Ladrian Jong and Andy wants to fuck. So I've been through my two topics.
Well, there's
I'm just-
time.
If this is a boat, then I'm women and children.
So save you first.
Go-
Mm-hmm.
I've never been on a boat that sank, and I've been on a bunch of boats. Never any big ones though. I feel like they're the most.
Yeah, they're more likely to sink,
Right.
right?
Well, they steer like shit. Like little boats, you can fucking. But like big boats, it takes like a mile to turn left.
Were all the boats that your family had run by huge fans? Is that
Huge fans.
yeah,
A
that seems
propeller?
Like, seems like a
Huge
that's
fan,
what
just
they
big
call them.
fans, like a box fan,
fans.
straight up.
No, just a bunch of people that really like their family. Just
Huge fans. Fuck yeah, this boat is great.
Just 10 of them with ropes tied to them, swimming like it's a fucking triathlon. No, we had shitty boats. Yeah, we needed family members to pull us.
oh man, that's
Yeah.
Sounds like you're crossing the prairie in like 1600.
no, the fucking
On the
Oregon
big
Trail
Yeah,
of,
the Oregon
of
Trail.
Farmington Lakes.
We needed our family.
I got nothing. Yeah.
neither did I.
Mostly propellers. Yeah, mostly run by propellers. My uncle-
Actually,
Well, that's how most boats work, bro.
Oh, I meant not the propeller
Some
that's
of them
under
are
the water, but I
rowboats.
mean like the propeller that like
A
the
fan
like
boat?
the wind boats. Yeah,
Dude, those are only in Florida.
those
like,
are so sick.
I thought you were gonna say only in movies.
no, I've been on a fan boat in Florida
We're
for a gator tour, which is the sketchiest thing to take
yeah.
your kid on at like 8 years old. Like,
Maybe they're trying to get rid of you.
they didn't strap me down. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that would help.
like a seatbelt is what I'm saying. I was free to roam around the boat in a swamp where we knew we were gonna see gators. They paid to see gators, and they were just like, "Get up there, boy!" You know.
It wasn't like the zoo, like you paid to see animals, and there were just no fucking animals.
No, they
No,
just
the gators are there.
yeah, they bust out like
They're not
chicken
shy.
thighs and shit and hold them over the water.
It was
And
like you gotta be quick, otherwise I'll snap you
was
arm like
very
old
much-
Lucky.
Out here on the bayou.
it was very much like that.
Old
yeah.
Lucky's missing 2 arms and he's steering the boat with his feet.
Sounds like a talented fella.
Oh yeah, he's
I'd put him on the payroll.
very lucky.
Whenever I see a dog, I'm like, I would put him on the payroll. Sorry,
Put
it's
him
really
on
like
the
that
payroll.
phrase.
What does
Never
that
heard
mean?
it.
It sounds like you're gonna fuck a dog.
It sounds like you're gonna fuck a
Yeah,
dog.
that's what I
Exactly
thought.
the
yeah.
fuck. Nah, wait, hold on. No, no.
That's exactly what I
That's
thought.
what it
Okay,
sounded like.
so whenever you have had jobs and you are technically on a payroll, what are you doing at said job?
Getting fucked.
No.
God damn it! That was
That
too
actually was
perfect.
really
It
funny.
was
I
too
didn't get it
perfect.
immediately. What is it? What's that one joke that you tell? It was like row or something like that, or bums me out. That's what it was.
Homeless people.
Homeless
yes,
people,
I
yeah.
didn't understand that joke until last night, and I've heard you say it like 12 times.
Really?
Yes.
Is it because you saw homeless people after the show, or like
No,
it was just in that
bums
moment?
me out. Like I didn't.
Oh, the
I
wordplay.
didn't get the wordplay at all.
Would you
okay.
call that wordplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, bums.
Bums?
Homeless people bums. It bums me out.
I didn't get that.
Oh,
you didn't.
shit.
You didn't do that on purpose,
Thank you.
dude. I thought that was
Yes.
totally on purpose.
I was
Thank
just trying to
God.
think of the nicest way I could be like, I don't like seeing homeless.
That's why people were
It
laughing
bums
last
me out.
night.
Yeah.
They were thinking it was wordplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's
Well,
just
the
kind of
ending one.
It's also kind of just a funny thing to be
It's
like.
a silly thing to say.
Not a huge fan
Right.
of homeless people.
No, but
Exactly.
there was a pause.
That's what I was going for.
Okay, no, I know that's what you were going for, and there were some laughs for that, but at the same time, there was like a delayed reaction, and then
And
there
that's
were
what
like
that
some
was?
laughs, and that was people getting the wordplay. I guarantee you
Yeah,
that's what the fuck
it's-
it was.
It's a quick one too. It's it's like when you fight someone who's way better than you, and like you have no idea that you just got hit with 2 punches.
That's happened to me. I have a scar on my lip.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know we were fighting. Fucking cut out.
No, Papa. Oh shit.
I've never been in a fight before. Would you guys believe that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Would you get in a fight during Pride Month?
What difference does it make? Would it be like
Is there more
Gayer?
pride?
No, I feel like Andy is just really good at de-escalating situations.
That's
I
so
disagree.
fair.
I've
Yeah.
wanted to hit Andy many times.
But
child
you
of
haven't.
divorce?
Yeah, because-
Because
baby.
he's able to de-escalate.
No, there
the
was a
situation.
serving window between us.
Oh,
That is the
yeah.
main
No, that makes
reason.
sense.
Plus, I was hammered.
I forget about that. That's
Mm.
not a good excuse. Like, I feel like if you're a dick when you're hammered, you deserve to get hit, and you're not gonna feel it as much
No,
because you're
that's fair.
hammered.
Yeah.
But you didn't, because it would be a hate crime.
That's not why I didn't.
I know.
It's strictly the serving window. It was too
the
far.
distance. He ain't got the fucking
No,
reach,
dude,
dude.
it was like 5-6 feet.
That's fair.
Yeah,
There
but
were
I love you
sometimes-
now.
There were sometimes that Mitch wanted to kill me, but I'm pretty sure that he just. is
No,
like
he was
that
worried
whenever-
about the hate crime.
Yeah, that's fair. He had something to lose.
Shout out to Mitch.
Fair.
Mm.
Not getting that fucking hate crime.
Not that one. No, just kidding.
Oh man.
Won't lie.
So
I think I flex the fact that I'm a minority entirely too much.
You are the first member of the LGBTQ community to say that.
actually no, that's not true. I've heard plenty of people in the
Really?
LGBTQ community be like, sometimes I feel like I push it too far in front of like my identity, and like
Oh,
who it is.
make it your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, where and like that makes sense. Like even I do it with some of like the aspects of myself where I'm just like I don't know if like I'm being the real me or if I'm just pushing forward like some aspect of me to cover everything else up.
It's definitely both.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be both.
Well, all of the jokes that you guys just made about like me and sex, I haven't been laid in so fucking long. Like they're not true.
Yeah.
So
Really?
No, we
was
know,
that just
no.
me pushing an aspect of myself? Like kind
You
of.
give off
slutty
I
vibes.
fuck vibes.
No, you
It's
I,
a confidence.
I see you and I'm just like, no, that guy fucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I've never even thought about it.
Yeah, it's
That's fair.
But if somebody asked me and they came up to me like, when do you think the last time Andy got laid? I'd be like, I don't know, like a couple days ago.
Let's say yesterday.
Yeah.
No, but I did recently find my vibrator.
Oh shit.
No.
Woo! I was clearing out
where,
some boxes.
Well, where's your favorite place to put your vibrator?
That depends.
I've heard the taint is effective.
The taint
Yeah.
is effective, although I don't know. I haven't been feeling that lately. It used to be my favorite spot, and then I don't know. I'd say, well, it depends on like the head, but a little pressure applied to where it like vibrates all the way down.
Interesting.
So kind of like a docking situation almost.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost, but except there's like.
Are you cut?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Look at him.
No, no.
He fucks. He's cut.
He fucks. He's cut.
Look at it. It was prime,
Oh, for real. Oh.
prime rib of a man.
I was gonna say Jewish, but whatever. No. Okay.
I'm not Jewish. I don't think I know like any
What-
Jewish people.
What?
Not a lot around here.
Yeah,
Not a lot around here,
not
but
so
like
many.
I've lived in lots of places.
Really?
Well, I've only lived like extensively in 2 different places, but I've met a lot of people. So I mean, I feel like I should know at least a few Jewish people.
They usually don't advertise it. Mostly,
That's fair.
mostly because of that one
All the
time when,
hate.
when they all died.
I'm gonna like just that one for right now, and maybe not go into that.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm saying they're great, but they have a reason to not tell people that they're Jewish a lot of
Okay,
That's
whenever
just an
you're-
observation.
This,
Whenever you're
this is just a
describing-
simple observation because there are a lot of anti-Semites out there.
But it's not the best way to start a sentence when you're describing a group of people. I'm not saying they're not great, but like, I'm not-
okay.
I'm not racist,
what,
but
what I'm saying is that they talked to their grandfather for 20 minutes, and at some point he had a flashback, and he grabbed them by their little Jewish collars. And he was,
See, this is what I didn't want to get into. This is what I was trying to
and he
avoid.
was like, "Don't tell anybody you're Jewish. Don't do it." Like it's very likely. It is a very likely thing to happen.
what
But
other
anyways, what else
How
do you
did
do
you-
with a vibrator?
what other life tips do you think his grandpa gave him?
Oh,
Go on.
all right.
my
Let's see.
God.
Usually it's
Let's
me.
see.
Usually it's me.
Let's see. If oh God, no. All right. If your pancakes aren't so fluffy, you can always grab a little bit of grandma's ashes from the table.
It's Pride Month, so I'm gonna go to Andy. What'd you think of that joke, kid? I thought he was
didn't
gonna say hide
like
your
it.
money.
No, it's probably one
I
of the
did.
worst. No, my joke was that the grandma had been burnt in an oven.
No, I got that.
Oh, okay.
I think
Alright.
everybody got
No,
it.
I don't. I didn't
I
think
did
it was
not
a good
actually
joke.
get that for a second. Actually,
Oh
until
yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No,
I
it's-
just thought they had.
It's not a
an
great
urn.
joke, but he asked a question, and I
I
thought I'd
don't
answer
like.
it.
I don't like this conversation. I don't like where it's heading.
Listen, I tried to ask more about vibrators. I made a simple observation about Jewish people.
It took a hard left turn.
It really. I think that was like I don't even know. I think
Do you
that was like
think-
Louis C.K.'s last few words before he got canceled. I
What?
was just trying to talk
No,
about
his
Jewish
last few
people and
words were,
vibrators. Like,
"I'm
what?
coming."
Because of the vibrator.
Because of the vibrator.
Exactly.
Oh, full
Okay.
circle.
Yeah,
that part
I'm
never
good.
came out in the story, but I believe it.
No.
Vice reported on it. Where is Vice? I feel like I haven't seen a Vice article in so long.
Oh, they put out shit all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to get it recommended to me on my newsfeed all the time. Not
Yeah, go to their YouTube channel.
go to their YouTube channel.
No, they also
Well, they
do a
used to
lot
do
of
all those
TV
like really
stuff.
interesting documentaries. Like I saw the one on like the lady who inspired the show Weeds. That one was super cool because it was like weird because there was like, first of all, she was friends with Snoop Dogg whenever she was in high school. Well, not friends with him, but she was the first person. He was the first person that she smoked weed with.
Checks out.
Yeah, and that was very interesting to hear. But
Was she hot?
yeah, she's
Then it
actually
checks out.
really,
Yeah.
really pretty. No. Snoop Dogg was there on legal stuff because her dad was a lawyer. So so her dad was representing Snoop Dogg, and he was out back, and he started smoking a blunt, and she came outside, and she had never smoked weed, and she was kind of like, oh my God, like I'm telling, and then he said, come here, and she hit it, and then he said, now that you've hit it, we can't, like, you can't tell because we're both high.
Yeah.
Black dudes are so much
I
cooler
mean,
than
also-
white dudes.
Oh God, Brian, another with the fetishization.
Also,
Fetishization.
fetishization. Black dudes are just cooler.
It's a Stan Twitter word.
But it's a Stan Twitter word. But it's fucking Snoop Dogg. There's no way you're not smoking fucking weed with
Well,
Snoop
this was
Dogg.
before he was Snoop Dogg, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was like it was
High
back
school,
in
right?
like either early 2000s, late 90s, something like that. Like
Snoop Dogg was he was about Snoop Dogg
it was
then.
just
Yeah.
about Snoop Dogg.
maybe farther back, maybe the 80s. I don't know. I
Yeah,
saw this
'cause
like
it was
7-8
already,
years
like,
ago.
recording and stuff. Yeah.
I'm
No, it's pretty cool.
I'm parroting a documentary that is easily searchable on YouTube that I saw 8 years ago. I don't know if I have the best information on this, but she
We're
told
about to
her
start a
whole
new podcast where Andy just summarizes all the Vice videos.
That'd actually be a
No.
good segment.
That would be, yeah.
No.
Honestly,
That sounds
I'm
pretty
good.
good.
I like reviewing movies, even if it's just to myself. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I do like talk out loud to myself whenever
All the
I'm
time.
alone. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So
the time.
it's like a normal thing to do. And I have to like remind myself it's a normal
Yeah.
thing to
No,
do.
it-
Yeah, you're not crazy.
It totally
That's
is.
okay.
Yeah.
But I will review movies, or as I'm watching the movie, will straight up just be like providing commentary, and I crack myself the hell up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys
dude.
do
No,
that.
I have a great fucking time. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite things to do while watching a movie, especially like a bad movie. I turned on this, okay, first of all, don't judge me, but I turned on this horror movie and I was like, maybe it'll be good because I had never seen it and the plot sounded interesting. It was an Ethan Hawke horror movie, so I immediately realized it was Ethan Hawke starring, and I was like, wow, this could actually be really good because he was in
was Ethan
Sinister,
Hawke.
right?
Yeah.
He was in Sinister, and absolutely terrible movie. I had no idea what was going on. I was sober, just sitting there, like sipping on some Kool-Aid or something like that.
There's
just
nothing
kinda,
else
like,
you can do in
hanging out.
those situations.
And
Yeah.
but I just made fun of this movie so goddamn hard. I can't even remember what it was called.
Just
But it is
yourself?
on Netflix. Yeah, I was just by myself, and it's honestly a good time. Like I feel like having fun with yourself is. Yeah, I feel like having fun with yourself is very important.
Did it just get warm in here?
Fuck
hard.
you guys. I know I said it, and then I had to keep going with it.
It wasn't even that bad. I've
No,
said
it wasn't
far
that bad.
worse things.
Oh yeah,
Freudian slips, baby.
all that Jewish stuff that we said earlier. We've said much worse stuff.
Who's we, motherfucker?
Nah, you know what? That's right. Yeah, I've said much worse stuff.
I'm glad I was excluded from.
I
that
said worse
area
stuff
of the
last week.
conversation, Like we. Thank you for directing that at me and saying we, and then. I
No,
appreciate that.
it's fine. It's gotten much worse on this podcast. You're okay. You
Oh,
you
yeah.
literally have free reign.
What was the one of the worst things that a guest has said?
Ooh.
If you got to think
Fuck
about it for
your
a second,
snowman.
it's fine. I can hum show tunes.
Fuck your snowman. That wasn't funny.
Fuck
Your
your
snowman. What?
I mean,
Snow angel.
yeah. Snow
What?
angel. Fuck your snow angel.
What is
Yeah.
He
that
said
mean?
that. One of our friends had never got to play in snow before.
No.
That being said, he's like a 32-year-old, 6'2" black man with long dreads.
He never got to play in snow.
No.
That's sad.
And he was so fucking excited
Mhm.
that there was snow on the ground. And he was literally showing us pictures of his snow angel. Like, look at my snow angel. And then Jadrian trashed him.
That's
okay,
actually,
that
no,
is
that's
a bitch move.
That's what I feel the worst about in retrospect. Shout out to Anthony Jenkins, by the way.
Who's alive?
Who is alive?
He's alive.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We thought he might be dead. So
We
it's
thought-
awesome that he's alive.
Oh,
We'll
We'll
that's
see you
the-
next month, bitch.
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook. I didn't share any of the posts.
That's fine.
I feel bad.
You didn't know.
That's fair.
No, that makes sense. I don't share posts for people that I don't know either.
Same.
Uh,
Especially when it comes to serious shit.
Yeah. I'm just, if it's someone I don't know, I'm just like, oh, they don't find him.
I'm not.
All right, that's probably one of the worst things I've said on the podcast.
I honestly find it kind of weird though, because seeing like a poster for a missing person or something, if you don't know them, they just don't really like. It doesn't register as real.
They don't fucking exist at that
Yeah,
moment.
they don't exist to you.
I mean, it sounds fucked up, but I didn't know them.
But
Yeah.
every once in a while, you got to think somebody's standing in a line at fucking Walmart looking at their phone. They see that picture, look up. They're just like, holy
Wouldn't that
shit.
be such a wild thing to experience?
But it's got to happen. Or gas stations. Like, I bet more at gas stations than Walmart. Like, places where
Yeah.
people are trying to get in and out quick. Like,
absolutely.
squirrely fucking people work there, so it's fine. Like, you ever been to a
Hey,
truck
I've
stop,
had some
Andy?
really good conversations. Have I been to a truck stop? That's another conversation for another time.
Were
but
you a lot lizard?
I disagree.
no.
He hasn't
You
had
only
sex
know
in a
that
long
from
time, JJ.
Always Sunny, guaranteed.
Actually, no. I know that from last podcast on the left.
Fair.
Lot lizard?
Mhm.
That term?
Mhm.
Yeah, my uncle owns a trucking company. I've been very aware of the term
you,
lot lizard for years.
You've talked to plenty
I've
of lot lizards.
seen lot lizards, brother. Seen lot lizards.
Oh yeah, I bet you.
I've never had an STD.
It's not a real lot lizard.
Exactly. So I've seen lot lizards.
Like a lizard.
So
in a
truck stop?
lot?
Have you ever seen a real life glory hole?
No.
Actually,
neither.
I'd love to.
It
I don't.
sucks.
Do they
It seems
exist? Are they like?
mythical.
Are they the things of fairy tales?
Yeah.
Jason worked at a porn store in San Francisco that had a glory hole.
I don't think I feel like he's lying. I've
I
never seen
don't.
one.
I don't.
No,
It's
he
San
was-
Francisco.
He was specific. Like the mopping job,
Yeah.
they didn't even make him mop. They hired a cleaning company
I don't.
daily
I
to
don't
get the jizz.
think Jason
That's-
lies very often.
I agree.
I think he lies
You know,
very
that's-
sparingly and in very key situations.
Which is why people are afraid of him.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's
No.
telling the truth.
Yeah, no, he is probably one of the most like straight shooting people that I've ever met. Like that dude. That's why I fucks with him.
That's
It
really.
doesn't always go well.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't always go well, but he is honest and he is truthful and he's straightforward, and that's why I fucking love Jason.
It's true.
Well, I feel like it's like important to be real with people.
Yeah.
Just not in like a sense of like, don't be a dick. Like, don't say things in a rude way to people, because then number one, they jump on the fucking defense, and
I
then
mean, this is true.
number two, like, why? Like, I've never understood people that get satisfaction in making people like, if I get in a small Facebook argument, which is very
The worst.
and I'm sweating though.
I don't
like
like
I start sweating and shaking, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate conflict.
Me too, bro. I ignore it. Like if I get one
Dude,
comment
I
that's
don't think I've
negative,
ever been in a Facebook argument.
Well,
Like,
congratulations.
really got
Enjoy
my
your
arguments
cooking
too
videos. I
bad.
don't care.
Enjoy
Fucking
your
tasty, where the
cooking
like
videos.
hands are moving really fast with the bowl, and it says one
dude,
half of a
it's
chopped
so
onion.
fucking. I love those videos.
really.
Those are some of those mindless videos where, like, if
Oh,
I need to fall
absolutely.
asleep, I'll throw on the Tasty channel and like one of their playlists, and I'll just go to sleep.
That's
Okay.
pretty fucking boring. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
straight up.
I have
It's
a
so
question.
relaxing.
I have a question. Do you guys fall asleep with or without the TV on?
It really depends. There are some nights where like I really just want to sit with my thoughts and like I want it to be quiet.
That's fair.
Then there are other nights where I just want some ambient noise, so I'll put some piano music on. And then there are other times when, Jesus Christ, fuck off, Jill. No,
Always.
Brian?
Always TV.
no,
Always
no.
TV. Do you
No.
have a specific thing that you turn on to fall asleep, or do you just get pissed at yourself for like falling asleep and then you're 7 episodes farther from whatever TV show you're watching?
It's rare. I have a technique. Or it's rare that I stay up and watch like 7 episodes.
No. I mean, you fall asleep and then all of a sudden you don't know where you were at in the current episode that you fell asleep in, and then you're 7 episodes farther.
So, yeah, I have a strategy. I have to watch shit that I've seen so much that it's almost like I don't have to pay attention to
Yeah.
it.
You
and
know
it doesn't
basically what
matter.
happens. Yeah.
It doesn't matter where I jump back in. Have you ever seen Scrubs?
Okay, I know what
Scrubs
you're
is
talking
like
about. I
a
have that type
go-to,
of show.
mindless, like for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fall asleep on
That-
the couch, wake up, keep watching Scrubs, fall back asleep, wake up, keep watching Scrubs. And then
No,
go do
I
something
set the
else.
sleep timer, start watching
Oh,
Scrubs,
so you're
pass out,
responsible.
TV's
Oh.
off.
Mm.
Dude, I live with a woman. I have to like
Oh, here we go.
I changed. That's all. Like
Yeah.
the TV timer, sleep timer has to be there because she'll wake up and then
That's very considerate of you. That's very cute. That's,
Well,
that's like
is
just
kinda
like a
cute.
little thing where it's just like
It is
th-
kind of cute.
it's not it's selfish because the remote's on my side of the bed. So I will be woken up and be like, "Oh, Scrubs is on." And then the TV turns off and then I'm like, "Well, now I'm fucking awake." Like, but if the sleep timer just works, then I never actually wake up.
I think it can be both things.
Yeah, totally.
It's
I just don't think
cute.
I do
It's a
anything like
rom-com.
selflessly.
Yeah.
I think there's always like
well,
some
well,
angle,
yeah,
even
at-
if I don't
You
realize it.
finally admitted it.
Yeah, to
just
some
kidding.
to some degree, every single thing that we do has both parts where it's just like, no, partially this is selfish because it would make me happy and it would make me live the life that I want to live, but also because it would make somebody else happy.
Yeah, even if
Yeah.
it's just to feel good
Yeah.
about being a good person.
Yeah.
Like,
People like think I do this thing every once in a while where I will
yell at
text.
straight people in the street.
no but I will do this thing where I text I think of just friends, like who do I know and who have I not talked to in a long time, and I just text them and I tell them like, hey babe, like thinking about you, I miss you, I hope you have a great day today, and I'll text like 25 people and just do that.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
fucking
feel
awesome.
fake as fuck while I'm doing it because I'm like texting all of these people and they all think it's like a little special message, but I like
That
they,
happens though. Before
Yeah.
you forget, while I'm in the mood, you're
Mhm.
trying to accomplish this.
Yeah.
But you can't do a group message because then
No.
then
Well,
it's
my
so
friend
much
from-
less sensitive.
My friend from
Or
Illinois isn't
intimate.
going to understand why they're in a conversation with a random number that's a Colorado area code. Like, it's not. But I will just message like 25, 30 people and
Yeah,
just
just
in hopes
copy
of-
paste.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, just
like-
in hopes of making their
Yeah.
day a little brighter. But it's a selfish act because I'm doing it to make myself feel better that I spread some love today.
Totally.
I
So,
mean, that's a good thing to be selfish over.
yeah,
And,
I mean, it's. I never said it was a bad
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But
But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I, do
I
that. It
think
feels
I
weird.
got one of those the other day. Some chick that I used to hang out with, like when I got out of high school. I was like doing math and I was working at a Chinese restaurant.
Jelly.
Uh,
Oh my God.
Sorry.
no, it was back in Gallup, and like she messaged me the other day, and she was like, "Hey," she was just like, I've been thinking about you. I miss you. I'm glad I met you. We haven't been talking very much, but yada yada yada." And I was just like, "Wow, it was really nice that like they reached out." And even if I did know that was like a copy paste,
Yeah.
I'd still be like, no, I'm glad
Appreciative.
I'm glad they reached out because like we exchanged a couple messages and I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
I'm glad they're doing okay.
Yeah, just I don't know. I feel like it just feels good to be noticed.
Yeah.
Like, or just, someone's thinking about you. If nobody's thinking about you today, I am, type of deal.
Right.
Yeah.
That only happens to me when I post a comedy clip.
Mhm.
Like people I haven't seen in 10 years. Like, man, I was having a shitty day and then I saw your goofy ass on some stage telling jokes and people were laughing at him. Like, good to see you're having fun kind of thing. And then it's usually one or two messages, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
And if they live like far away, it's hard to like commit like I'm going to come see you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm also not gonna like text you every day and be like, we should FaceTime and watch a movie together.
No, if
Like
you
I'm
haven't,
not gonna fucking do that shit. Like
if you haven't FaceTime,
I hope I see, like, one of the last messages I sent to my friend the other day was just like, I hope I see you again. Like, sometime in the future. Basically being like, we're probably not going to talk again for a little while, but I hope that whenever we're in the same place, I get to see you and we get to hang out a little bit.
And it felt like an easy way to like wrap up the conversation.
Yeah.
She was getting a little talky and you're like,
No,
you know what? It was good. I hope I see you.
I mean, the
Oh
general
my
context
God.
of the first message was just like, "Hey, I'm checking in. I care about you. I miss you. It was cool when we used to hang out." And like, I'm just checking in,
Right.
like kind of just that tone. And it was just like, okay, yeah, let's check in and check out, dude.
That's nice.
check in, check out. It's like a progress report at work.
No, I know. it's
J
great.
Train doesn't work.
Plus, you can't really tell how someone's changed in like their life until you actually like hang out with them for a little bit.
It's true.
like someone can text something perfectly coherently, and then you go and hang out with them, and they're a fucking like mess. Like they're just all coked out, or just like they have a needle in their arm, and they're like you never.
Were you hanging
fucking
out with
know-
them on
Yeah.
the stairs in front of some closed
Are
business?
you just like stupid? What's happening?
Anyways, what I'm saying is like you don't see the way, those are drastic examples, but you don't really see the way that people have changed until you spend actual time with them.
It's true.
You
That's
can
fair.
you can talk as much as you want through text or like see each other's posts on Facebook, but you never actually just get to see who that person is.
Totally. When I started doing comedy, I started bumping into this dude that I was friends with in like middle school, early high school, and then sophomore year I moved to another school. So I just never saw this dude again, you know? And the first time I bumped into him, I was like, "Bro, you know, what's up?" And then 30 minutes later, just like, fuck this dude. And and he started showing up a lot. So like and you know, that familiarity prompted him to come up to me every time when I'm like trying to get my set together. I just started. I'm like fucking nervous, you know, in the zone. I'm nervous now, but like then I was a mess,
Nervous,
like reciting
yeah.
my set and like.
I
So I hated him more for the fact that he interrupted my process.
dude. And it sucks to be just like, hey man, I'm actually trying to focus, because it feels mean, at least to me, if I tell something, it's just like, hey man, I'm actually trying to do something.
I also
right now. I'm
feel
not
like-
trying to, talk.
No, just
It's
be like, do you
obvious.
mind?
Excuse me.
Do you know who I am?
I also feel like it's obvious that I'm trying to fucking focus. I'm leaning
I'm
over,
busy.
writing in a notebook in a bar.
doing
like
something.
this
Yeah.
isn't fucking study hall,
The
bitch.
only
This
other
is
time someone is writing something in a bar is when it's a suicide note. All right, the person is.
Oh my god, I
fucking
saw someone
busy.
writing in Starlight last night.
it was
Oh, you
open
mean
mic
that?
night.
Yeah.
Hopefully that wasn't.
And
a
he
suicide
was
note.
scribbling, and he seemed a bit distraught. I don't know.
No, he's a pretty good writer. He does some art and
No,
stuff.
I used to work with him.
No, he's a cool guy.
Mhm.
But yeah.
I used to work with him until I got fired.
What'd you get fired for? Stealing?
No, I was just really shitty at my job.
Trying to drill a glory hole
I
in the
was,
fucking
I
bed
was,
stall?
no, I was literally just bad at my job. I worked. Okay, Brian, don't laugh out loud whenever I say this, but I worked back of house for a restaurant.
believe
Imagine
it.
me as back of house for a restaurant.
You got the attitude,
No, it
baby.
makes
You'll be
sense.
fine.
I got the attitude, but I do not have the skill set that requires.
Either did I. You know what happened?
Yes,
3
you
months
do.
later, I rose to the top of the kitchen. Like,
No,
the
you
back
no.
of house in a restaurant is not daunting.
Okay, if you took one look at me and I said, "What do you think I work? Back of house or front of house?" What
Yeah.
would you say?
I would say front of house,
Exactly.
but you're a good-looking cat, man, and
And
you
I'm-
don't look like a complete piece of shit. I feel like I do. Like, if you can make money front of house, you can make more money. So, like, when I see like pretty
That's
people
fair.
in restaurants, I'm like, probably a server, probably out here trying to make money.
I don't know. I'd tip you.
Whereas,
I'd
but
I
I
think
don't
you
have
could
the
do front of
patience, man. I'm
That
good
makes
for
sense.
like
Feel like-
3 hours.
I feel like you would work somewhere front of house where they sold like really good hush puppies.
like
Rude.
fish place.
Yeah.
Like,
Was that rude?
Hush puppies.
Hush puppies are good.
When's the last
Fuck
fucking
off.
time
I mean,
you
it's
got
not the
hush puppies?
only thing they have.
It's,
It's
yeah,
just-
exactly.
it's
They have a
just
pretty
they have
extensive
really
menu,
good-
but like they're known for their hush puppies.
That's not a good side. It's not a good side.
Are you kidding
is a
me? Do you
great
know
side.
how hard it is to find a good hush puppy?
Thank you.
I just feel like the people that are out there looking for hush puppies aren't tipping you anyway. You know what I mean?
But they are the kind of people that you can talk shit to,
Exactly.
and that's what Andy's
Bro,
saying.
if you put me front of house in like a Dick's,
That's what I meant. That's what
Yeah.
I meant. No, you would make really good tips at a place that sold really good hush puppies.
because they'd be like, I like this guy.
Yeah,
He doesn't-
exactly.
He doesn't let me get away with my shit. People who love good hush puppies are
I
those
feel like
kind of
places that serve hush puppies almost aren't allowed to serve
You're
alcohol.
okay.
you know?
You're a pretty man, but you have a little bit of edge, and they would like that. I'm sorry.
Mm.
There's no
Hush
problem with the
puppies.
truth.
So you're
Hush
saying
puppy
white
people.
trash?
Hush puppy people. Okay, did you just fucking say white trash people?
White
Yes,
trash would
there
love
are
you.
there have
Yeah.
been white trash people who have eaten hush puppies, but there are also people who are not white trash who eat hush puppies because hush puppies are a delicacy. Woo!
There you go.
I landed it. We
Fucking
got
nailed
there.
it.
You know, it was a little bit wobbly
Andy?
on the way.
It's fried bread. It's not. A
Okay, I don't give
It's
a
not a
fuck what you
delicacy.
say. No, I will go. This is the hill I choose to fucking die on. Hush puppies
Go on.
are amazing.
The hush puppy hill.
It's fried bread. It's much more than that. There's a lifestyle element to it.
How do you know? You don't even work back at house.
It's fair. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh Jesus.
Friars do make mundane shit delicious. I'll give you that.
That's fair.
Do
What-
hush puppies not have cheese?
No, they don't.
Nice.
The hush puppies are just like. Do you dip them in anything? I don't. I feel like you don't. Whenever I ordered from.
This was the hill you're willing to die
Oh,
on.
absolutely.
And you don't know what kind of dip goes with a hush puppy?
Okay, you two are acting gayer than any event during
It's
Pride.
Pride Month,
Yeah.
bitch.
We're just riding your energy, man.
Actually, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't give a shit about hush puppies, but I'll get passionate.
I am passionate about hush puppies and. Oh God, I don't know. Ask me anything.
What do you
About-
fucking dip hush puppies in?
No.
If you
yeah.
say ketchup, it's the same fucking level as fries.
no, it's not. There's a difference. They're round. And
There's levels
Fluffy.
to fries.
Tater tots are around.
no,
Tater
they're
tots are good,
cylindrical.
bro.
Tater tots are cylindrical.
All right, waffle fries are.
Waffle fries,
are
no,
often
but
circular
waffle
shaped.
fries look like a blanket that the thread is bad.
I like tater tots more. Big fan of tater tots.
I'm a shoestring guy.
Tater tots are actually really fucking fire, except whenever people don't cook them enough, I like my tater tots crispy.
They
as
better
all
be
hell.
crispy, bitch.
Crispy as
Yeah.
all hell. Or
Same
else-
with onion rings.
Oh, onion rings gotta be crispy.
Gotta
But
be crispy.
I like a big, hefty piece of slimy onion inside of an onion ring, though.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be all breading.
Oh.
Don't
Well,
don't Funyun my ass.
Otherwise, it's just a fucking hush puppy. Yeah.
No,
an
it's
onion
not.
ring.
No, it is not, because hush puppies are not in rings. There are layers to
You
this
said
shit.
circles.
Fried bread is an intricate art form,
It's
and I
it's like
refuse.
the donut hole of,
That's what
of
I was
onion
gonna
rings.
say.
Yeah.
donut hole of onion rings.
Yeah.
No, because that would be a donut and then a donut hole. So donut hole technically has a different name. It might borrow from the donut.
So you are saying that the hush puppy is a part of something else?
So
But
what are
it's
you gonna
just
call them?
fried.
Onion ring holes? That sounds slightly sexual
Honestly,
and bad.
it doesn't sound like it's quite a delicacy. It sounds like it's leftover garbage meant for the poor,
Leftover
Which is
garbage
why
meant
I was-
for the poor.
Which is why I was fucking
like
offended.
donut holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I called you a leftover garbage meant for the
Waiter.
poor
No,
hole
you-
waiter.
You
Yeah.
said that's the kind of restaurant I would
you would do well in as
Yeah,
front of house. I stand by my fucking statement.
I know you do.
No, it's an accurate statement. We're just saying that hush puppies aren't a delicacy.
Nobody's saying you're wrong, Andy. There's a reason I worked in the woods for 8 years, all right?
worked in the woods.
Because I'm fucking trash. Might as well just go be by myself.
Just worked in the
no.
woods. Oh my god, wait. I can't think of the name. What are okay, you know what? You know skinwalkers, right?
Very,
Okay.
very aware.
So what are urban legend? That's what it is.
It's not an urban legend.
Whatever it is, what is it called then?
a
What's
I mean, well, an urban legend
Says
a,
you.
It's
a
an-
myth, but it's real fucking life.
Bro,
There's
I swear
some
to
weird.
God, I've
there's
seen
some.
Skinwalkers.
There's some weird shit that
No,
happens.
no,
out
no,
on
no.
the
But I
res.
mean, it's like Bigfoot, like that type of. What are those types of things called?
oh, a cryptid.
What?
What?
Are you talking about classifications of cryptic animals? Cryptid.
Oh my God, no.
That was
Um,
far more specific
was
than we needed. We
Very
need
weird. I need something that like
a
urban
beginner's
legend.
term.
I think it's called an urban legend.
Sure.
Yeah,
Like, is that what it's
creepypasta?
Totally.
That's we're entirely missing the point. You
Like
said
a
I worked in
spooky
the woods,
spaghetti?
and I was like, "What are you, an urban legend?"
Oh.
Kinda. You were
Um,
calling him Bigfoot.
Yeah, but I couldn't
Okay.
think of the fucking phrase. So
I'm
now
more
I
of a
brought up
skinwalker,
skinwalkers,
thank
and
you.
that really obviously set off like a little
Well, you got all
No, there was a
butthurt
lot
about
of
the
fear.
Jews
Hit
earlier.
There's
hit
a
a
lot of
nerve.
fear.
That
We have
struck a nerve.
we have a
I
Native
got
American in the
triggered.
room.
I was like, he's
We had
gonna
a native-
bring
Oh
them
yeah,
here.
Jadrian went. Oh no, they're real.
They're
Yeah,
real.
you know how to not have skinwalker encounters? Don't fucking talk about them, baby.
Skinwalker.
Well, happy
Yeah,
Pride
man,
Month,
I'm
my
gonna
friend.
need to get a ride home. I'm not walking at night now.
It's daytime.
I know,
Oh,
but I mean from the
I'll take
mic.
you home.
All right,
I
cool.
live on the farm. On the mesa. I don't know. Maybe I'll see one tonight. What do they
Maybe,
do? What's the
actually.
part of skinwalkers?
They have an ability to just manipulate reality through dark magic. They can create illusions and they can throw their voice.
Say it with your chest. You sound like you're afraid to say it.
He is.
I am. Because
Why?
It's fucking scary because they're super strong. They can break into houses if you don't have the right protections. They're super fast. They can transform into fucking animals. That's just kind of fucking.
What are the
spooky
right
in general.
protections to avoid them from breaking into your house?
You can use corn pollen. There is silver, which is always a great protective tool against any kind of negative entities.
Silver bullets?
There's also uniodized salt. So get kosher salt, and you can create a line up on your windows and doorways, and that will also create a protective barrier.
Also works for snails.
Yeah, also great for snails.
Snails and skinwalkers, baby.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's a
protected.
punk man.
Snails and skinwalkers.
Generally, you're gonna want to go for blessed corn pollen by like a medicine man or something.
Okay.
But
What? All right. So
But
we need to get a
but
shaman into the works.
They'll fuck you up. Don't whistle at night. Don't whistle in the woods. It's fine. It's daytime, and we're not in the woods, really.
We're
It's
not-
woods adjacent.
Woods adjacent.
I didn't know what the word adjacent meant.
Also,
until I was
you're
in,
white,
like-
so they're extra not gonna like you.
That's fair.
That's how I felt.
Most of Twitter doesn't.
This is real life, baby. Twitter doesn't exist.
Yeah, they're gonna see a white boy and just be like, "I bet he has all the privilege," and like because they're
Wow, that was really. I liked the way you
they're
said that.
they're
He's like an old jazz man.
they're monsters that are fed through fear and jealousy and their own negative emotions being projected onto other people, and so whenever they scare other people, that's why they use all these tactics. They get more powerful so that they can just fucking take you and absorb you and do what they need to.
Do you? Okay. No disrespect
Because-
by the question. Do you genuinely believe that they're real?
Yes.
Okay, fair.
I don't disbelieve.
I honestly believe that there are probably people in my close, like, extended family that probably have ties to it. Like there are just certain people in my family that I'm just like, no, there's something very dark about this.
Like Wiccans?
Like,
Like-
just no.
What do you mean
like,
have ties?
like ties with the darker side of like
Like make sacrifices?
Navajo and and like Native American like culture, and like I don't know, they just have certain like energies to them where I'm just like,
Is it like a
there's
religious
something
thing?
very dark about you. Yes. So to become a skinwalker, one of the ways that it's said that you can become a skinwalker is you have to kill somebody that you are immediately blood related to. So patricide, matricide.
What about granny side?
the one? Yeah, you can kill your
Blood's
grandmother.
blood, baby.
Blood's blood.
Perform ceremonies on them.
What?
I never learned all the ceremonies because I'm half white and also they didn't realize that I really had an interest in it because I came from a Christian household. So they're just like, yeah, they're not gonna
Already
want us to teach
brainwashed.
them anything. Yeah, I wish I knew more. I wish I could tell you more, but these are the things that I do know for sure.
Okay. I don't.
I just got to go on a whole rant about it and like that felt good. I want to talk about spooky stuff. Spooky stuff is great.
You did great.
Thanks. I wish I had notes.
I'm more scared of skinwalkers now. Like
Yeah.
I saw shit as a kid a lot. I lived right by the res.
One of the other ways that you can counteract skinwalkers is just by not being a bitch. You can just chase after them with no fear in your heart. Like you have to be
But no fear in your heart.
with no fear in your heart of just being like, no, I'm gonna fuck you up, son. Get over here.
Well,
This is
yeah.
prison energy.
Yeah.
Like survival.
Yeah.
Well, that's how my friend was. One of my best friends in high school. Her house had a double homicide in it with the last people that lived there, and it was haunted as fuck. It was a murder suicide, and I would be there like late at night and stuff. We would have like sleepovers, and we would just be like smoking weed on our bed and stuff. And there were several times that like the ghost of the house fucked with us and stuff, and she was so used to it. That was her childhood home, and she was so used to it by then. She would just scream like, "Shut the fuck up," and just yell at this ghost, and it would just stop.
Yeah.
And it was just a baseline level of like, you're not gonna fuck with me.
Yeah.
And
No, that's really
was it.
that's really all it takes. Not just with these mythical creatures, which are just exaggerated forms of all of the aspects that are within human nature. But to literally just say outside, I don't fuck with that shit. Like, you talk to a regular person that is fucking with your energy in some way, or trying to make you upset, or trying to make you sad, and you just be like, how about you shut the fuck up? I'm not gonna deal with this later. Like, yes, I believe in a lot of different mythical creatures, but I also believe in just the different psychological aspects that these creatures represent, and in the way in the ways that in the different ways that you use materials to counteract these creatures are also very, very similar to just things you can do in everyday life to better protect yourself from like these certain thought patterns, these negative thought patterns that like can keep repeating and become these fucking monsters in your own psyche.
Well, yeah, most like urban legends, urban myths, from my knowledge too, a lot of Japanese urban legends stem from like metaphors of how specific people are and just the characteristics that they exhibit.
In the Bible.
Yeah, I was reading one. It was like
the Bible.
All story.
It was about God, it was, I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was like an urban myth of the woman who never eats. And the back of her head is just a mouth, and but she has long hair that covers it. And so this guy like finds her, and she never eats, and he's really happy about that. But then he starts to realize that his rice is going missing, and then he stays behind, and like he doesn't go to work one day, and then he comes back and he sees her like shoving it in there, and then I don't know what happens after that, like if she kills him or something like that.
She probably kills him.
Yeah, it's most likely that, but yeah, that's like
something about pride and vanity.
Yeah,
like,
and that's how it. But it's like more so just to represent like the negative traits and aspects of like certain people and how they let it consume their entire life.
Yeah,
Totally.
and let it become their only personality.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they become these monsters. Full fucking circle. Hell yeah, we're so fucking good at this.
That was impressive, actually.
Jay,
The way you tied all that together.
I am so fucking hot for what you just did.
So let's bring up the other thing you wrote down.
Oh, Andy wants to fuck. We already kind of talked about that.
Oh,
That's
did we?
true.
No.
Kind of.
No,
Yeah.
he was just telling me in the car. He was like, I just want to hook up with somebody to know that I still
Okay.
got it."
I have to expand on this. All right.
I'm stoked.
All right. Okay. I was on the phone with my friend, and I was in the middle of stretching after my workout, because I work out, because I like it, and
That's awesome, man.
stuff is boring.
Yeah.
You got to find ways to fill up your time, and I've been working out because I want to get back into shape. Like, I'm trying to trim up. But I'm not trying to like lose weight. I'm not a large person.
You're out
I
here
just
trying
wanna-
to fuck, dog.
No,
you're out
okay,
here
that's
trying to
not
fuck.
particularly what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it more for like
But
a
it's like a
self-confidence
cool
boost.
cherry on top.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like-
To have like a hot bod, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was stretching after my workout, and I was on the phone with my friend, and I moved into the one where you're all on all fours, and you kind of like arch your back, and then you push it up, and just kind of like stretch your body out. And as I was doing
Isn't that
that,
like a cat
naturally
pose?
it's a doggy style position. What?
Isn't that like a cat pose? Because like
Yeah,
when
it's
you
like a-
stretch your back.
It's a
like
cat and something else.
But anyways,
Whenever you push your back down.
So, naturally, doggy style position.
Naturally, it's a doggy style position, so I started thinking about sex, right? And as I was in this, I told my friend, I go, man, I really need to have sex. And I told her it's not because I want to have sex, which I mean everybody kind of does depending on who you are, but I didn't really care if I had sex. What I was saying was I want to have sex so that someone's able to appreciate my body right now because I have been putting in the damned work. And I don't care if it's like 30 seconds long at all because that honestly leaves me more free time, and that means that I made them come really fast.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
so,
means they really appreciated that
which
body.
means they really appreciated my body, and that's cool. I've always been a fan of just finishing myself off.
I've never been with a woman who felt that way. Just like, it was only 30 seconds, so that means I'm super hot. Like, they're always just
I don't
angry.
mind. I don't mind an extended like.
They are always kind of just a little disappointed.
A little.
I was being kind.
I don't mind
But-
it being longer. I just if it lasts 30 seconds, I'm like, all right,
But
dope.
also-
like
I-
now
also,
I can watch
I
George
can-
Lopez.
Also, I can jerk off in like a minute if I really try.
I'm
Like-
pretty efficient.
That's a big
Yeah,
focus.
I can get it fucking
Yeah.
done. But I'm not
well, let's be
I'm
real
not
with
sure
ourselves.
about all women. I know there are some women that are very
Let's be
sensitive and can
honest.
come like very quickly. But like most women, they gotta like really, they gotta
There's
really,
a certain
really focus.
element of like
It's like
fantasy.
baking.
There's
Yeah.
a certain element of fantasy setting the scene that is what I've noticed more prominent with women. But let's be honest. What is your ratio of actual pleasure jerk off and utility jerk off?
Oh, you mean the ones
Like
just to
the
just to
ones
get
you
some
do it to
get
go
some
to sleep,
serotonin?
to just like just to like kind of do
Bro,
it.
98%
Is just utility?
yeah, it's,
You've never just like gotten to know your body.
No, there's
during a jerk?
2% in there
2%.
somewhere.
That
oh,
seems
you know
low.
what? There's some nights where that happens, and that's what I call taking myself to dinner.
It's fair.
Where like it's really like a mind like jerk off. I'm not trying to just get it done and just be like go to sleep, or like just be like, well, I feel kind of sad today, maybe I'll jerk off. But every once in a while, go slow with it, play with my balls,
Play
a finger around the butthole, whatever you got to do, but like really just like enjoy yourself.
Exactly. There's it's a good time.
Yeah, fucking
man.
rub
And
your own
you
chest
get
and
to-
shit. Like,
and you can-
like it's a weird thing, but there's a reason why women do it. It's not just them.
you
Like,
get to know yourself
Yeah.
without being tied
Yeah.
to how another human being is feeling. You get to focus solely on yourself. I think it's super important, honestly.
Yeah.
I know a grown man who thinks jerking off is shameful. Like it's like
Well, that's religion.
no, it's not actually. Like I know,
Really?
yeah. He says he feels like shame after
What is
jerking
he, a
off, especially
fucking
watching porn.
samurai?
I have no
Buddhist?
clue because I was like, dude, I just think it's healthy, like to jerk off. I don't think it's healthy to have a porn addiction because
Yeah.
that creates like bad standards for what sex is actually going to be.
I feel
Because
like
sex
if
is
you-
awkward as
like
shit.
if every time you walk into your room or the bathroom,
If you make it awkward.
you jerk off, like that's a problem. Like every time you get like a little bit of alone time, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna jerk off right now.
Yeah, this isn't an
Like,
episode of
that's-
Big Mouth.
That's a little wild. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like that's more on the addiction side, but like jerk off.
Well, like I
you
jerked
can
off
jerk
before I
every
came
day.
here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I jerked off
Like-
this morning. Like,
well, no, 'cause
I
right
try to
after I
come
woke
once
up.
a day.
I
That's
had
my
done-
rule.
At least once a
I
day.
had done like a bunch of stuff. Like I worked out this morning, walked my dog, packed up some boxes. We took them over to Goodwill, did some grocery shopping, stuff like that. I had a pretty busy morning.
Oh, you need to relax.
and
yeah.
and like I was just chilling, and I had about an hour in between whenever I had to leave for
Yeah,
this
you
podcast, and
you
I was
didn't
like,
get caught behind a tractor. You was taking yourself to
no,
dinner.
actually I did, but that also is a part of it. I did in fact get caught behind a tractor, but that was only maybe a couple minutes
I
delay.
got caught behind a tractor today.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just
Coincidentally.
out in full force, aren't they?
Well, it's hay cutting time
Hey,
right now.
bail that sucker. Get her
Fuck
real
you,
good.
Andy.
Get some.
That's why farmers hate the gays right there.
Gotta make sure it's nice.
You know what,
and
Andy?
dry.
You did great.
It is
Okay,
Pride Month.
let me explain.
Good
Let
job,
me explain.
Andy.
Let me explain. Let me explain to the listeners who don't know. Jay, straight the fuck up. I'd say this is at least 60% of our
You know what I noticed?
conversations.
It's only with you, and it's when
60%.
this shit happens when you just start saying fucking
Yeah,
words.
you know,
And
gotta.
the second you stop,
Yep.
I'm just like, that's right, you did okay,
Yep.
buddy.
National hockey. Anyway, I'll just say things 'cause I don't know where to lead the conversation, so I'll just start saying what comes to mind, like the pail and hay. Yeah, I gotta make sure it's nice and dry. But. And so it'll kind of trail off. And Jay, 100% of the time that this happens, but like 60% of our conversations end with me doing that, and then Jay going, "You did good," and patting me on the arm.
It's because he doesn't want you to give up.
I don't, and it's honestly a little bit comforting. I'm not gonna lie,
Dude, I can't turn the dad off. I
I always forget you're a father.
That means
Yeah.
it's genuine.
No, I straight up cannot turn the dad off because, like, if I'm going to properly be an example for my daughter and properly be there for her, I have to properly be an example for everybody that I know and, like, be there for them as well. Where it's just like, I'm trying my best out there. I hope you try your fucking best out there. And I'm not trying to say, like, my best is the best. I'm just saying, like, we're both fucking trying, and I want to be there for you as much as we need people to be there for each
I
other.
think that's a really good take on it, and I also think that your daughter will appreciate that take on it as she matures. Like, because as I've matured, I've noticed a lot of things that my parents did that maybe I was either annoyed with, pissed off with, or like blah 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 at the time, and I'm like, well, now I see why they did the things that they did because I was a little asshole. You know what I mean? Like, and so I just think that's a really good way to look at it. Not gonna lie. I think it's super important. I'm not a parent, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's super
I mean, it's a
important.
human experience.
I think
it's
but
kinda
I think it's super
universal.
important for parents to not act like they know everything in that regard. Like, yes, you're supposed to be a guiding force, I guess, but sometimes it felt like my parents didn't even let me like make my own mistakes at times and shit. And that really like
That's why I moved out as soon as I was 18, because I was just like, I can't fucking do anything. I'm not allowed to make my own choices.
fair.
And then I fucked up my life for a while.
Yeah.
But like,
what were those choices
but-
you wanted to make, JJ?
yeah, those are the choices that I wanted to make, and I learned from them, and I did it my own way, it was fun. Like, yeah, there are things that I did that I kind of no, I don't even regret them. There are things that I did that aren't exactly savorable in the eyes of a lot of people,
The Lord.
Savory.
but but like I lived through them and I learned through them, and I'm glad I got to make all of those bad decisions.
You are an interesting cat. I'll give you that. And the more I've learned about you, the more I'm like, I like this motherfucker. You know? Just like drugs, experimenting with sexuality,
Yeah.
you know,
Ooh.
going through real
Never heard about
dark
that.
shit and dealing with it with drugs and alcohol. I like that. I relate to that because every time something bad has happened in my life, I'm like, well, where's the bottle of whiskey or fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
it's relatable. And I'm not saying it's the most healthy. If you keep it going for long, I definitely don't think it's a good thing. But if your good friend dies and you get drunk by the river, I don't think it's that bad, you know?
I don't think it should be an every time coping mechanism.
Well, it depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, it shouldn't
like if
be
you had a bad
for
day at work,
everything. Like,
maybe not.
yeah.
But like
Yeah.
big,
maybe
big
just play
shit,
some fucking video games and just chill out. Maybe have a nice dinner.
yeah, jerk off. Get to know yourself.
Get a dessert. Like
That's what I call jerking off. I'm lactose intolerant. Not a lot of desserts or
having yourself a milkshake. But yeah, like fucking up. Fucking up, or like going out there and doing something that you know isn't exactly good for you. Sometimes
naughty.
Sometimes you feel naughty, and it's a good release. The same thing as why some people get turned on by shame, because like they get to feel like
They're being naughty.
they got to do something naughty and like get off with it. Like technically it didn't hurt anybody except for themselves. Like,
Well, I've had a lot of
and like that's a slippery slope to go down, And you really have to be conscious of who you are and like the thoughts that you're putting into your own head when you're having that experience as well. Like if you're going to go and do that, make sure you set a goal. It's the same as psychedelics. It's the same viewpoint that I have on psychedelics where like if I'm going to make a decision that isn't exactly good for me, I am going to have a theme of what I want to think about while I'm doing this activity. Like the last time I relapsed, I was thinking about like, I was just like, we're going to figure out how we're going to move through this. We're going to make a mistake and we're going to see how we go through. We're going to enjoy our time. And like, did my relapse, enjoyed my time, pulled back out of it. And I was like, okay, no, I can do that sober. Yeah, I can do that sober.
Nice.
Like,
That's
and I had that goal.
interesting.
Don't give him these fucking ideas.
No,
He just
like,
got on the other side of this goddamn hill.
This is after I was in therapy
No,
for like a year and a half.
I have no interest in relapsing.
Interesting, because you said that's interesting.
Well, I think it's interesting to plan a relapse. That's what I meant.
Oh, well, that's actually one of the stages of realizing that you're going to relapse and like catching it early is knowing that you have a plan. And like before that relapse, after that relapse, learned some other skills where like we went through like the stages of just like there's the craving, there's the planning stage, there's something else in the middle, and then there's execution, and like I'm probably getting this wrong. I know I have notes at home.
Who cares?
But anyways, no, there are multiple stages, and you can catch it early. That way, you don't actually have to relapse. But,
that was my question.
but-
If you catch it early and you're like making plans, could
yeah.
you just be like, no?
yeah, no, absolutely, and
not
that's what.
That easy though.
I know
Yeah,
it's not that easy. I've
but-
been on probation. You know where the name Green Light Weekend comes from? Because once a month I fucking relapsed, Andy, because I didn't want to be sober. I was forced to by the fucking court systems. But once a month I had a Green Light Weekend, and god damn, it was fun.
But like I don't do it with alcohol either. I do it with when I just go out late at night. I know I have work in the morning, and I go to the Starlight, and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna be here all night. I'm going to meet at least 3 new people. I'm going to.
So you set a goal.
Yeah, I set goals. That's
fair.
So you're like, I'm doing
That's-
something bad. I'm gonna
yeah.
do something good.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. One of my favorite things that I've heard ever since I decided to get sober was people saying, I'm grateful to be an alcoholic, or I'm grateful to be an addict. Like,
yeah.
they say I'm grateful for it. And whenever I first got sober, I'm talking like first couple weeks,
That's a rough time.
it's not fun. I'm like, how the fuck can you be grateful? How on earth can you be grateful to be an alcoholic or an addict? And as time went on, I was like, I am so much more present in the moment.
Yep.
And that just reminded me of it. Sorry. That just reminded me of it because, like, you say you're going to go out and meet 3 new people. That's fucking dope. Like, going out and saying, hey, I'm going to meet 3 new people.
A lot of the
That
time,
is so
I
cool.
don't
I would
do it.
never fucking do that whenever I was drinking. I mean, I would end up meeting new people. I wouldn't remember them. I didn't have that goal, and I would have a hangover the next day. But like straight up, I would not, if I was still drinking, have gotten everything that I got done today done. I would have
Really?
I would have probably not gotten any of it done. I would have laid in bed and drank all day.
Just because you didn't have to go to work?
It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's just
It's basically, well, fuck
It's-
it. I'll
yeah.
I'll just start again. Maybe I just have like a couple of minis left, or I have a couple of beers in the fridge. Fuck it. I might as well finish them off.
and
Now
then you're
that-
at the
now that
liquor
I'm
store.
here, and then I'm just like, you know what? I could get one more drink, and then you get a bottle, and then
there you
it's
go,
just
and
done.
then-
I'm not saying I don't drink in the morning. I'm just saying I handle my shit.
Oh yeah.
Like-
No, there
But
Wow,
there's
are.
it
levels.
must be nice.
There's
Yeah,
levels
no.
to where you just stop handling your shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See,
I just
I was-
quit doing everything.
I was
I would
kind of
literally lay
unaware.
in bed for 12 hours, and then I would be so lazy that I would drive my car 4 blocks to go to the liquor store. 4 blocks. I couldn't even walk that. I would just drive my car 4 blocks to go to the liquor store, buy a bottle, come back, and lay in bed for another like 14 hours.
Yeah, I've never been at that level.
No,
But if I
that's
ever get to that
that's
level,
kind
I
of
will.
why I'm sober now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever get to that level, bro.
And I'm telling
That's
you
why
right
I
now.
drink Bud Light.
Yeah.
I drink Bud Light for a
Hon-
reason.
honestly,
I'm scared of liquor.
that is what I see in a lot of people that can
No,
ha-
true
handle
alcoholics
drinking.
drink light beer.
Yeah.
Like,
True alcoholics drink
handle
whatever they
drinking.
can get their
Yeah.
hands on.
well,
Yeah, that's
let's
true.
say sustainable alcoholics drink light beer, and then you get like the vodka people,
Functional alcoholics
I was a
drink
vodka
light
people.
beer and vodka.
and then you get the vodka. That's a different level, though.
Yeah.
Where
I
they're
was a
like,
vodka
I
people.
literally need to level off. Like, I've never been there.
Yeah,
Like, if I wake up and I don't drink after a long night of drinking and I got some bullshit to do,
you don't have to worry about having a seizure in the shower.
Exactly.
Like,
Totally. Never had physical
Those are fun.
implications. But there has definitely been days where I woke up,
no, that shit
partied
gets
the
scary,
night
man.
before, and I was like, I have to use a shovel for the next 6 hours.
Oh.
If I drink a beer right now, I'll probably feel better for that 6 hours. And that's like the extent of it, you know?
Ooh, yeah. I could never last off one beer.
Well, there's more beer later.
No. I mean, like, if I...
No.
Yeah.
No, there wouldn't have been a time in between.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You just, once you start, you roll.
It would have been, yeah, and I would have been like, okay, yeah, you get to a point where you're strategically planning how much can I drink before I'm going to need to drink more, and can I do X task or Y task?
Need to drink.
Need to
Need
drink.
to. Yep.
Yeah, it's not a want to drink situation. There comes a point where it's actually I need to drink. I would go to work and then I would and obviously I had gotten hammered before work. I would work my shift and then I would get a drink right after, and it was like just barely enough time. Like like I would be getting off my shift and then I would like need that drink, and
You're, like, sliding into home
there were
plate,
some
like,
there were some
safe.
points where I would be like waiting on a bartender or something and my hand would just be like shaking.
Fucking.
Yeah, like waiting, and I would be like, I need to get this in me, and that was just, and all that one
Tappings,
drink,
yeah.
and all that one drink would do, it just staved off the
Stop
shake and shakes until I could go to the liquor store after work. Like that's all it would do. Alcoholism is fucking real, man. Like it is some real shit. It is one of the gnarliest. It blows my mind that alcohol is legal in any sense. I know that it can be used responsibly, but it blows my mind. It blows my mind that it is so celebrated. I guess not legal is, or I guess legal is the wrong way to put it. I just mean celebrated.
When you compare it to all the other things that inebriate you, it's not good. Like there are so many beautiful drugs, and alcohol is the cause of a lot of sadness.
Alcohol is
and
right up
death
there
and-
with like heroin and like
it ruins your
methamphetamine.
fucking life.
yeah, but
man.
it's accepted.
Yeah,
That's what
and
you've been
that's
saying.
so
and
weird.
That's
Accepted.
the worst
Accepted.
fucking part.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's celebrated too.
No.
Like, what do you like?
No, how many
Cheers.
how many alcoholics do you know that are out there that need those drinks that are fucking celebrated? They're like, yeah, man,
Well,
you're
no.
a fucking animal. I love
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
I didn't know where you were
like-
going with that.
Like the people who are fucking doing like keg scans every night and like killing fucking handles, and they're just like, I'm a fucking beast, and like that drinking is their only fucking like personality trait, like that,
Those people
and,
develop
like,
into
being
like
gay.
and they're celebrated. And like they get encouraged to do that, and it just like puts them further into that thing, which is where I was at. I was just like, people like me when I drink, so I better drink more. Which was also not entirely true. I got
It
a
was
little
a little
bit,
self-serving.
I got a little bit weird when I when I would drink a lot and be in public. I get very handsy with everybody.
that's cool that you don't discriminate.
It was
No,
equal
it's-
opportunity.
Equal opportunity groping.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's the same feeling when you text your friend from 10 years ago, like, I hope you're doing good. That's how Jadrian feels when he gets drunk, but he does it with his hands. It's like,
Oh,
I hope this
no.
feels good. It's a giving
It's
thing.
it's my love language.
Yeah.
I'll like give like shoulder rubs, and I'll be like, oh, you're
It's
fantastic.
getting a
And
little
I'll, like,
too like
and I'll, like, touch
justification-y
hands.
for me.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying this is what I would do, and
That's
this is
fair.
why I
Well,
would.
I'm glad
do
you're
it.
sober.
Aren't we all?
Oh my
No,
god.
straight
No.
up.
But no, I'm just essentially what I'm saying is like alcohol is no joke, and it's so shocking to me how like people just accept it. That's all I'm trying to say is like it's just so quickly accepted because
And
you can have a
accessible.
drink at dinner. Yeah, you cannot go down Durango's Main Street without seeing. I think there's one. Okay, from Walmart to like let's go end of North Main. There's 1, 2, 3.
This is alcoholic talk, right? You've counted.
There's 3 just on. Oh wait, 4. There's 4 just if you turn off of Camino or Main, and then if you turn, there's one that's at least like there's one that's maybe like a minute from Main, and then there are 6 that from Walmart to the end of North Main. There are 6 liquor stores that you can access within a minute.
Yeah.
From Main.
From the main street.
From the main street.
Yeah, totally. And that makes sense.
That's
location,
fucking
location.
But
Andy.
that's fucking insane to me.
Yeah, but think about how many breweries this town has gone through.
Along
Like
with
there was a
It's-
point where there was
it's-
like 6. This is mountain
this
towns
town-
drink
This
till
town
death.
this town is an alcoholic town, absolutely.
Well, it's a college town. Yeah.
yeah, it's a college town. It's also just like a drinking
Alcoholic town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just an alcoholic
middle
town.
of nowhere, mountains. Like
That's fair.
There's not much really else to do besides hike, mountain bike, outdoor activities essentially, or drink or go out to eat. But that's really all you got going. But I will say Durango has some pretty interesting nightlife if you can find it. So
it's not hard.
sometimes it is. There are a
Some-
couple things that I've been
Some,
to that
some,
I'm.
of, some of it is very hush hush.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's not that many options. Like
Yeah.
There's not a ton of options. No,
you
I'll
can
give you
hit
that.
all
There's-
the options in 10
Listen,
minutes.
there are options. There's just not a lot of
Yes and no.
diversity in the level of culture that's coming from these
Oh,
options.
absolutely.
it's either the straights or the gays. That's-
Hey now, hey now.
I
This
always
is what
Start,
dreams
get
are
your
made
game
of.
on, go play.
No.
I
Oh my god, that
always-
literally is the difference between the straights and the gays because I said, hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
that is the difference
Yeah,
right
that's the
there.
difference.
Happy Pride Month, bitches. You learned
Also,
something.
straight-ish. Still don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Straight-ish. They're going to make an ABC Family show about you at this point.
Straight-ish. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
great.
they won't show the scenes where he was experimenting. He's told me some stories, and they
Can I please hear one of them?
Watch the old podcast.
they are dark.
I want to
Bro.
hear at least one of them.
Fresh
ears.
Have you seen a Glory Hole?
Fresh eager
No.
ears. You've been on Grindr before, haven't you?
No, actually.
No.
No,
Setting.
there are just a lot of really horny older gay dudes in Gallup, New Mexico. Listen to the old podcast.
Yeah.
What? No, that's just extra work. I'm not doing that. I have you right here. I could get it straight from the horse's dick.
Clearly, you can't.
There's a blowjob. I don't know.
Oh, okay,
I don't
incredible.
know what to tell you, man.
So, so that
I
was.
was very
it's very
I was very young. He was like feeding me drinks. I was just like fuck yeah, and I was ready to like experiment with my sexuality. And I was just like, all right, yeah, sure. But I was drunk, so I was like, I don't know. I was just so drunk last night. I tell it with a lot of more vigor on earlier podcasts.
Oh, okay, there we go. That just like sounds.
That's the
upsetting
main
and
that's the
sad.
main that's the main reason why I was just like you should listen to the earlier
Okay,
podcast
I was
because
gonna say, that
I'll,
sounds-
I'll actually give you a shout.
Yeah, the first
that's
time
fair.
I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
But that time, I just know how sad it is.
yeah.
And
Wait, the
It's
first
hard.
time you saw it? Wait.
Or the first time he told me this story.
That was back when I was
gotcha.
drinking too, and I believe I was drunk on the podcast.
Woo,
So,
that was me on the first time I was on the podcast.
so you kind of get to see what I was like when I was drinking.
Thinking about sucking a dick, you know? Are
I
you
mean,
picking up the tab, my man?
Still am.
Nice.
Every once in a while. Sometimes it's. Man, I was telling one of my coworkers this the other day, where it's just like hanging out with dudes. It's more of like an emotional relationship.
Yeah.
If I were to ever like do something like that, it would be a asexual like relationship. There wouldn't be a lot of sex. I would just be like, no, it's just great to have somebody that I trust.
Like
when the mood strikes.
yeah,
type
and
of
when
situation.
when the mood strikes,
maintenance sex.
like hook up, yeah. but like most of the time, I'm more attracted to women. But the problem is that I have a much harder time being like my full self in front of women because I'm just like, they have so many other options. I have to be on my best behavior. And like dudes, yeah, they also have
That's a shit mindset.
they,
You
yeah,
get that.
no,
You'll
I know.
never find the love
know.
of your life with that mindset.
Listen, I'm trying to change this
'Kay.
mindset, but I'm just saying like this is where I've come from
Gotcha.
in the past.
Insecurity.
And I'm like, yeah, from insecurity.
Same.
Have you guys ever, or do you guys know how many women have completely lost interest whenever they found out that I am, like, how comfortable I am in my sexuality?
No, that makes sense.
Well, the fact
Yeah.
that you're bi.
Yeah, like,
yeah, and
okay.
they felt the exact same way Jadrian just did. He has so many more options.
That's the thing. That is such a common
know-
misconception about people, especially men, in terms of sexuality. So, have you ever heard the phrase too white for the black or too white for the black kids, too black for the white kids?
Yeah.
So it's essentially like that. It's
Too straight for the gay-
too straight
for
for
the
the gay
gays,
kids,
it's
too gay for the straight
straights.
kids. And that's how it is. Your dating pool significantly lowers, especially as a man. And I can't speak for women, but I just
No,
know
it
that
makes
there's a
sense.
certain
Men have
element
a
of
bad name.
masculinity
Yeah.
in the sense of like, well, you've sucked a dick before, so you're not a man in my eyes. That's how a lot of people react. It's a very instilled
No, this is true.
idea.
This is a cultural thing
Yeah.
that seems to be
It's
pretty prevalent.
my dating
Yeah.
pool significantly decreases, especially, and it doesn't just happen with straight people. It happens straight women. It happens with gay men as well. They think you're gonna run around. And it also has to do with the whole bisexuality. Oh, you're just a slut. You're just a whore.
Right.
It has to do with that as well. but-
Greedy.
exactly.
Some might say.
But a lot of a lot of gay guys will think, well, you're actually just gay. That's the most fucking annoying part about it. They think I'm like not ready to come to terms with my sexuality. I'm like, homie, do you realize I get on a fucking stage 3 to 4 times a week and say that I've sucked a penis before?
Yeah.
I get up on stage in front of people in
Yeah, you've
public.
accepted it.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, but do I find
Yeah,
vaginas attractive
why-
as well? Obviously.
Why are so many
Well, maybe
people
not
like
obviously
it's
to all
not
people.
like
Not that obvious. I'm gonna
Not
be
that
honest, but
obvious. A
I
lot of people
believe
just
you.
think I'm gay, but and that's fine. I have come to the terms. I am so confident in my sexuality that if someone came up to me and was like, "I just think you're gay," I'd be like, "All right, sounds good. You can go ahead and think that. No
It's like,
worries."
yeah.
Like,
Well, the first time we had this conversation, you said something about having kids in the future, and we had been talking shit all day at work, which gets aggressive. And then we were
Absolutely.
drinking beer after work in the back bar, and you were like, "When I have kids someday," and I was like, "How the fuck are you gonna have kids?" And you're like, "Bitch, I'm not just gay." All right.
that's fair. Okay, there's that, and also like I just
But
want.
we'd never talked
children
about
at
it
one
before,
point.
and you have
Yeah.
the gay
And
voice. Let's be honest.
I
Like,
have
is
the gay voice. One time I had a girl in college. We were studying together for a gender and sexuality course.
hot.
Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
She was actually very
Ironic.
attractive. I did have a little crush on her, but then I said something about gay voice, and she went full like woke white woman on me, like full woke white woman, white feminist type deal on
to
me.
a gay man about being gay, or to a bi man,
on,
whatever.
on gay voice, and she was like, "Well, that's like not a thing," and I was like.
Do you
I was
hear-
like the lilt in a voice.
Did you snap and
I'm
say,
not, and
"Bitch"?
what I basically was saying is she was just getting very offended for me making a passing comment about gay voice or something. I don't even think I was referring to myself, but I don't think I was referring to anyone in particular.
It
I
would
think
have
I
been
just
better
kind of
if you were referring
said
to
it.
yourself.
But no,
But you
I
just
think
brought
I
up
think
gay
I used
voice.
myself as
Right.
an example.
Right.
But she got so mad at me, and I eventually just like got up and left. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna go study somewhere else, because she got
Yeah.
super mad at me, and I wasn't saying like anything in regards to like, oh, all people who have a lilt in their voice are gay. I
Yeah,
was
you
literally.
were-
I was just like,
Just brought
I
up
was
the
like,
fact
there
that
is
it
sometimes a
exists.
telling
this is
sign.
a designation for the voice. Like
Yeah.
you hear someone like this, you're gonna be like, oh, that guy has a cleft palate, like he has a lisp. Like
Yeah, but like, but gay voice is kind of a thing. Let's just like call a spade, and I don't really like care if people get upset if I say that, because I firmly stand in that belief. Like, and I don't mean it in a way that like all people who have a voice like mine are gay, or like all people who talk like you, straighty McStraight pants, are straight.
It's just a designation.
It's just, and it's also just a little funny. It's a funny observation.
As all stereotypes are,
It's
Andy.
a funny observation. Yes, it is a stereotype.
There's a reason stereotype exists,
But at
and people
least-
make jokes because they're hilarious.
And you know what? The reason that I feel qualified
mostly
that
true.
I can use this stereotype, you want to know why? Because I have gay voice.
I like that. I like the double hit.
It's just how it
It was
is.
an accident.
Oh,
And I use it to my advantage. I love it. Kids at the skate park used to bully me about it.
No
I liked
shit.
it. My
Yeah.
little shrill voice, and they would be wearing their wife beaters and be on their bikes that don't have like labels. Like their bikes would just be like painted black, and you could tell that their parents did meth. Like
Yeah,
those kind
and
of kids.
where are they now? You're doing comedy. They're beating their wives with those same shirts. You know?
and skateboards.
I hope they're not.
Hope not.
But like no,
You heal
I
from the shirts.
I got that literally
Yeah.
every single day of my life growing up was, are you gay? Or what was the big one? Oh, why do you talk like a girl? I was like, it used to bother me a lot, as it would a young impressionable like child, like
Anybody.
anywhere
growing
from
up,
like
yeah.
9 years old to I think about 16, 17. Then people just kind of started to, mature a little bit.
They were just like whatever. Who gives a shit?
Getting that so much growing up, like especially the whole like pronoun things. I have a family member who I haven't met their significant other yet, and I know that the significant other is a little bit on the whole like
Right
uber
side.
conservative side,
Oh.
and I have made the conscious decision that I'm going to walk up to this significant other and go, "Hi, my name's Andy. My pronouns are he, him," whenever I meet them for the first time. And just see how they react.
You should record it.
But
Do
the
they
whole
have no hair and a lot of facial hair. Like,
I'm choosing not to
gotcha.
like
Smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Definitely make sure to wear a shirt with a pocket right here.
oh, I'm going to wear my pride ribbon or pride button and everything. Like, oh yeah, absolutely.
But have your phone out. Definitely record that.
Mm,
That's gonna be
oh,
great.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna need that.
But no,
Evidence.
the whole pronoun deal for me at least is like so fucking ridiculous in my head. Like people who get so worked up, because I see it all the time. People get so worked up about this whole pronoun thing, and people get so worked up about
On the right or the
trans
left?
people. On the right particularly.
So you're talking about people that
people
don't,
who are upset about pronouns, and they're like, "What? Like, what are you gonna identify as a toaster next?" And I'm like, I have a
First of all,
very
a toaster is a
strict
noun.
number one.
It's Pride Month. I'm behind you.
Number one, I have a very strict rule on how if someone was to come up to me and say, "Well, I think of you as a girl, so I'm going to call you she, her from now on." I'd be like, "All right, it sounds like more work for you, but like whatever, I don't care. Like who cares? Who the fuck cares?"
Because of your growing up. Pressure makes diamonds, baby. You had so much
but-
bullshit growing up that it just
But
bounces
for
off
me,
you now.
for me, my biggest question is because I see so many fucking people. They call us the alphabet squad and shit like that, LGBTQIA plus type deal, and they're like, "Oh, the alphabet. What are they gonna do? Add a divide sign next?" I'm like, "Fuck off." But
I've never heard anybody say that.
oh well, your racist uncle on Facebook definitely has.
I disagree.
Why are you
I-
friends with
Best.
his uncle?
What?
Why are you friends with his uncle?
Don't worry about
My
it.
uncle's the best. all
Anyway-
right? Jill called him a pedophile.
Oh my god.
And I defended him, and he called me and said, "Listen, I don't fuck any girls younger than my oldest daughter, which is 29. So that is far from a pedophile, and he loves gay people."
He sounds like he really likes hush puppies.
Yeah, a little bit. He has a Harley Davidson too. You want to ride on it, Andy?
What's his
I'll take a ride
number?
on it.
Well,
Anyway,
we'll
no.
take everybody for a ride.
Okay, hold on. My biggest thing though is people get so angry about trans people, about gender identity, like all this shit on the right, particularly. They get so angry, and my only question is because I take it into two different levels: medical and fucking societal. So, medically speaking, I ask people if they get upset about gender, like they start to like, go on those like little ramblings where they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. My only question, are you their doctor? If the answer is no, fuck off. And they're like, but the biology. And I'm like, do you provide medical care to this person? But but okay, then shut the fuck up, because on the societal level, it affects you in no way, shape, or form at all. Like, at all. Like, if someone feels like going by they, them, like she, her, if they are transgender, it doesn't fucking matter. It affects your life in absolutely no way. There are two exceptions. One of them is kind of stupid, is the whole sports thing. And then the other one would be dating a trans person. No, and I have a reason why the sports thing doesn't fucking matter, is because our country glorifies, or the world in general glorifies fucking sports to no end. It's like $1 trillion industry.
Yeah.
That's
No,
ridiculous. So it's
So
like we put so
Hold
much
on.
stock in sports, and it's so fucking frustrating because it shouldn't be as big of a deal as it is, because this is like one trans person and then all of a sudden all headlines are about them. People want to say like, oh, well, like it's a big deal. I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. That's just like transphobia. Deal with it inside of the sports that it's actually affecting. It shouldn't be the headline on fucking CNN or
I agree
Fox
with
News.
that.
You know what? That is a very good point.
I agree with that. That's aggressive. The headline.
Have it be an internal issue. It's nobody else's
Exactly.
fucking business.
Well, make a rule.
Yeah.
If it's that big of a deal, make a rule.
Make a fucking
Exactly.
rule.
The
Yeah.
only one I have an issue with, there was a MMA fighter named Fallon Fox who transitioned to female, male to female, and she didn't tell anybody. So she was just fucking up women.
I just breathed in
Dude,
this thing, and it sounded like I fucking gasped whenever you said that. I was like,
I didn't think you gasped. No, she was
I
just
thought you were very surprised.
she was just fucking chicks up, bro. Like literally, you know, like
remember
knee
this.
to
Yeah.
the face, fucking chicks up with 30 years of testosterone flowing through her veins, like. And the whole thing is she kept it a secret. That's the big reason.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, like
if biological women were like, I'll fight that bitch, then
Yeah.
I'm all good.
Yeah.
yeah, and I understand where like the difference is biologically speaking between men and women.
Don't you think you could beat up Ellie?
I don't know.
I'm
She
just a
kind of
little
seems like a
vague.
scrappy bitch.
She is a scrap.
Yeah, she
She's
seems like a
scrappy.
scrappy bitch. Yeah.
But
See, in
anyway,
my mind, I don't care how scrappy she
Anyway,
is.
though,
Fuck that bitch up.
Like,
Oh yeah, I could fight her for sure. I'm not sure if
any
Andy
Hoosier.
could.
I
I
don't
agree.
think that it's particularly like, I don't think you're wrong in that sense. I just
Right.
don't feel like it should be made to be a big deal, except in the sense that she might have been, she might have been like genuinely hurting these other women. That's
Dude,
different. But like in
life-changing.
swimming,
CTE.
straight the fuck up swimming,
Yeah,
a
but
no contact
First
sport.
of all, who gives a fuck about swimming?
Nobody, which is why it should be a headline.
Swimming hasn't been a big deal since Michael Phelps. Are they losing fucking
No,
sponsorships?
swimming hasn't been a big deal since Michael Phelps got caught smoking weed. Like,
Boom.
we didn't even
Yeah.
give a fuck about Michael
That was
Phelps.
2008.
Dude,
That's when I graduated. But Leah Tomlin?
Leah Tomlin, yeah.
So, you know this bitch was, like, ranked 500th in men's swimming?
bitch, just as in a general term, not.
No, I just... A female.
Yeah.
Was ranked 5... It's Pride Month, motherfucker. No, but ranked, like, 500th. I know. But now beating girls that were at the top of their game, like now number one.
But see-
do you not think there's an advantage?
No, it just shouldn't be everybody's business.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly.
It shouldn't
Just
be everybody's
handle it.
business.
Fucking
but think
figure
about
it
being
out.
that girl
Yeah.
that was number one. Like literally
Just
might
getting
get the Nike
fucking
sponsorship.
Wow.
Might go to the Olympics.
Her entire career path
And then
is now
some
completely set
some
off
new
path.
girl rolls in, a foot taller, broad shoulders, with a fucking wingspan of a vulture, like just wrecks your ass.
It sucks, and it begs a larger discussion. But
No, it needs a
my
larger
question,
discussion.
My question,
But it shouldn't be in the
begs a
headlines.
larger
I agree.
discussion, but it's not a threat by any means. It begs a larger
threat
discussion.
to
It's nothing to
safety.
get mad about.
Threat
Yeah.
to safety in the sense of like
Unless
fighting,
you're that
cage
girl
fighting and shit. But
that
like,
didn't podium.
but in swimming, no, because there's no safety risk posed. But
Not if you
it
can
begs
swim.
a larger question and answer, and it's not just gonna get solved overnight. But I missed the part where I fucking care.
Exactly.
Like that's
the fact
thing.
that I had enough information to go on that.
Because you didn't
terrible
even give a
rant.
fuck. You had not
Exact-
even thought about women swimming in probably since birth.
But the fact that I had the information,
Exactly, because
is
and they made it
nonsensical.
such a big fucking deal. And like I said, sports fucking weird. And I have a whole ass other opinion on the glorification of sports in our society. I'm not saying that sports aren't fun and sports aren't fun to watch. I'm just saying like it should not be $1 trillion fucking industry across all sports.
Yeah, but
It should not be $1
it's
trillion
that way.
fucking industry.
It's supply and demand.
It
baby.
is. I'm not mad about it.
And I don't really
the
like
passion
sports.
the passion that you guys are hearing right now is more so just passion, and it's not me being actually angry about it. I just find it like asinine. I think it's like
No, it's
weird
just
that people are
weird.
so like
You're saying it
culty
doesn't
about it.
matter.
Yeah, they're
which
so cold.
is real. But whenever we stopped being in war for a while, they were like, "Hey, we should maybe give these guys something to do." Because they're
And I
all
think
thinking about murdering each other, and then football
Is that how football happened?
yeah.
Oh yeah, baseball was invented to train soldiers actually.
And
Yeah, because before when they first started, you could just fucking pelt other players with the ball as they were running because it would simulate a grenade
Like-
and actually just hitting somebody.
that's
Okay.
actually badass.
That's
I would
wild
watch
as fuck,
baseball
isn't it?
every
That's
time.
wild as fuck.
That is kind of cool.
It's kind of weak that
Also-
that's not the rule. If you can hit the motherfucker, you know how hard it is to hit somebody running full speed? That's impressive.
Straight up, just
Also,
Boom.
this has been Trans Talk from 3 cisgendered men who nobody asked.
Yeah, it's Pride Month.
It's fair. No, I just like I don't know, but the whole deal for me, the only time that I feel like it's a little bit of a bigger deal, and this is a case by case situation, is whenever someone is dating a trans person, because there are people out there that think it's transphobic that if someone is and identifies as a woman, that it's transphobic if you aren't sexually attracted to them.
Then
if
I'm
you're like a
transphobic.
straight man. And I get where, like, I understand where you're coming from. I understand that they probably feel like,
they feel rejected.
yeah, they
No,
feel
it hurt.
rejected
Yeah, I
before they
understand
even
how
get a
that could
chance.
hurt.
Yeah, before they even get a chance. But biologically speaking, you can't make someone attracted to genitalia
To
they are
parts
not
that they're not
attracted,
attracted
to.
to, yeah.
Like, it's just not possible. They could have a wonderful romantic relationship, but they're not physically attracted.
Yeah. No, we have a great romantic relationship. We haven't
Exactly.
fucked once.
Nice,
I
nice
fall in love with
cuddles.
men. I fuck women.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's a great way to put it. Fall in love with men and I fuck women.
Yeah, you do. That was an ego boost for Jadrian. He needed that.
No, I really did.
But
Yum.
No, I
yeah, I mean,
But it sounds
But I
sounds
don't
like you
find it
stand
to
in the corner
be
when I fuck.
rude
Just like,
and but
it's
then
not hateful. It's not rude.
It's
It's just
not
not
hateful.
your thing, man.
and
It's like
there
somebody.
also is the question though, does a trans person have an obligation to disclose that they're trans?
Yeah.
And
I mean-
I believe that once the relationship hits a certain
reaches a certain
point,
level, yeah.
then they should probably be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm still all woman, baby, but I am a trans woman.
Yeah.
But one of my friends brought up a very interesting question. If trans people don't want, and this was a genuine question, so I don't want it to come across as like they were like, well, if they don't want to do like that. If trans people want to be perceived as the gender they identify with, why do they preface or talk about the fact that they're trans to people? And I understand, and it was a genuine question. It wasn't based in like malice. It was literally just like, why do they do that? And I actually didn't have an answer. I was like, I get it, but
I
it
have a
depends on
guess.
it depends on if they're passing. I guess I don't know.
My guess is because it is kind of a newer concept. Like it just showed up. Well, not just showed up. Like there have been
modern in a technology
There-
sense where like people can
where,
actually
like,
transition.
People can
Yeah.
actually transition.
Yeah.
Yes, where like the actual medical like ability to transition.
And let's
is,
be honest, it's
is
just
new.
recently like
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that depends on what time period you're looking at.
So I'm going
let's
to
say the last 100 years.
People have long time, like over different historical periods, there have been different levels of acceptance.
Well,
of,
I'm saying
of like masculine women and effeminate men, and kind of the in between of non-binary.
But now I feel like it's to the level of accepted where if you see somebody hating on a trans person or threatening a trans person, especially in Durango, like
Oh,
people
yeah.
will intervene. You
well,
know,
granted,
like
you
that
should
level of acceptance.
intervene whenever anybody is getting picked
Right,
on.
but I feel like there's
now
times in history where people would be like, not my
they're
business.
like, yeah, fuck that person.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
for
in
sure.
our modern Western ideology. It's definitely a revolutionary period for trans people,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
So I actually have to wrap this up soon. I have to get to a mic that I'm hosting tonight that you guys fucking better get to.
That's fair.
But anyways, we can ask this next week when we have Bailey Carlson on.
Bailey's coming?
Yeah, Bailey is
Incredible.
coming.
Nice.
sometime
Jay's reading
next
books now. It's fucking awesome. He does so much better than me. Happy Pride Month. But I would like to say, so you said trans people disclosure. I'm not a hateful person, and I think if a trans woman, if we were making out, whatever, and then they disclose this information, I don't think I would be violent, but I do think a lot of people would.
week.
Oh, it's a very dangerous
So
situation
based
to
on
put yourself in.
your personal safety, I think it's just smart to see if they're down to clown. Like,
You know what? Yeah, right from the get-go, just for
Right from the
personal
get- See,
safety.
there are levels
that
to
should-
this.
I'm saying
That's
once
why-
once it might get physical.
Yeah.
Like either right before or right after it gets
like you should probably
kissing.
tell them in front of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good
in
idea.
public place. Well, no. That's what I
fucking
meant.
great
that's,
idea.
that's what I meant.
That's a great-
Don't tell him here. You can die here. It's
That's
fucking-
why I brought this
That's
up. The
crazy.
sports angle and the dating aspect are the two facets of the whole. Why it's such a big deal, I don't know.
Because it's the
But-
only things that
but
are
those are the
relatable to
two.
straight people.
Those are the two
Love.
actual, in my opinion, those are the two actual valid fucking things
Issues.
that need to be talked about whenever it comes to trans people in our society. That's literally it. Like there are questions about dating trans people, how that should go, just how that
I think
happens, and
open
then-
honest, like any
yeah,
relationship.
no. I understand.
Yeah.
Where you're coming from, but all this other shit. That's what I was meaning by that. Like all this other shit that constantly makes headlines or like people are bitching about online and shit. I'm like, why? Literally,
because it's clickbait,
why?
bro.
Why?
It's hot.
No, there are people who are actually angry. I
Well,
see
the
it
people that click
every
on it.
single day. There are thousands. Like I'll see a post about something queer, and there'll be thousands of comments of just like different people, and people are just so like butthurt that
Those people suck.
that
Yeah,
people
there's
just
so
fucking
many-
Some people
exist.
fucking just suck.
There's a
like,
lot of cunts, Andy.
What?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it does
but
because
fuck those people.
because cunts kill people, and
okay, you're
people
right.
don't want to die, so they don't fuck with cunts, especially people like us that hate confrontation. Where we're just like, that guy sucks. I'm gonna go somewhere where that person isn't, and then that person finds somebody else that sucks, and then they create someone who sucks that is also scary to be around.
Yeah,
and then
okay.
you're in Bayfield, Andy.
Yeah,
that's
There-
fucking
and
crazy.
then-
That's how you get shitty people. But I feel like we had dude, this fucking podcast was awesome. It was what, almost 2 hours long? Almost
90 minutes.
Yeah.
Effortless.
90 millions.
Yeah, no, that was
Literally,
That was
where
a
I
lot of
was
fun.
like, we got to wrap this up.
No.
You know, that's a good podcast. Usually, I'm like trying to rein it in around an hour. If it's not good,
Gang.
gang, boy.
Gang.
Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Yeah, you got
Happy
anything,
Pride.
Andy? Sunday.
Father's Day Sunday at Old Timers.
This
6:30.
Sunday, bitches.
Yes,
Daddy
it is
issues.
going to be daddy issues. We're going to talk about our fathers and maybe crack some dad jokes.
What time?
6:30 at Old Timers Cafe in Durango.
Which means I gotta hug my loving dad much earlier than I thought I was going to, because I'm gonna fucking
Exactly.
be there. We're talking about daddy issues.
Hosted by yours truly. It's me, Andy, if you didn't know. And it's my first show
Little
I'm ever
baby
hosting.
boy,
So woo!
baby boy is growing up.
All right,
He's
we'll see you
growing up.
bitches there. Happy Pride Month. See you next week.
Everything with cream cheese, orange juice, break fast. I'm out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses, straight passion. My third eye active, Watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit vocally. Hearing me locally, lyrically. Know what I'm supposed to be, and I don't got no fear of me. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game, and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn a whack news to history. Let them do their thing, instead I put them out their misery. And simply put, just got disconnected. Like my boy Big Money, man, this can't be neglected. Grab the mic and check it, coming up in your direction. Gift that I've been blessed with, this hustle is respected and reckless. Poetic mind on the set list, got the groove to match. Everybody step with it, still haven't fulfilled the whole vision yet. Life right now still so picturesque. I'm knocking every stage until I get a bigger check. Even though I hate money, ready for a bigger step. For the true next, somebody coming at your neck. I could've died today. That's why I'm smoking cigarettes and got precision set of skills and imagination, creations, innovating with motivation. I'm chasing my goals, giants that I be racing. I'ma stride through the finish like a 6'5" Jamaican, beating my chest like yeah. What my name is, ink on my chest. What my homie spray painting, summer day smoke skate, PlayStation. He looking down on me and I can't stay patient. I ain't just trying to say shit, sit back and face this. Real type, I've been smoking instrumental playlist, chill in the cut. Now these small places, I ain't getting love now, man. Fuck being famous, yeah, they tell me it's really hard to make it. They don't understand I love being underestimated. Second guess it and I'll take it that you're undereducated. Anyway, this got me thinking about them old records playing. Why? It's filled with soul and it fills my mind. Tail feather shaking while the rhythm takes flight. What I'm doing wrong, I ain't gonna fake right. I don't get no sleep because the music takes night. Nocturnal life with my basement lights. Just roll some nice, keep my drink on ice. If you don't get it once and you don't hear it twice, moving on this beat right here is out of sight. I'ma stay away.